Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 AM, told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home, blame myself, I should have known. To stay in our place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made, such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays, guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart online. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights. Was I part of your design? Push me till I broke alone. No one heard my heart explode. It's a suicide dive, just knowing you die and question everything you know. Setting fire to the life we made, such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays, guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart online. Darks my heart online.
How's it going, everybody? Hope you guys are all having a good one. Let me fix the webcam before we get started. Actually, hold on. Do I even need to fix the webcam? Hold on a second. Did it actually kind of sort of work? Yo, what the hell? Why is it working now? What is even happening, man? What is even going on, dude? I don't understand any of this. Is it because it's like kind of bright outside? It just adds a little more light in the... I can barely get any light in this room, man. I know I barely do. Maybe I should go still, give it a little bit of gain. Did it save the gain from yesterday? Oh my god, dude. As soon as I got a little bit of gain, it just hits me with that. There we go. Why does it make me... Dude, I'm not this pink. I'm like gray and pink at the same time. I don't understand. It's got to be like a white balance thing or something, right? But yeah, we're just gonna roll with it, dude. How y'all doing? Welcome back. Hope you guys are all having a good one. Let's get some duels up and running tonight, yeah? Let's actually get some games going tonight, yeah? AU! I already heard from this Bushka. Apparently he's got a whole team ready, so it's gonna be quick. And I'm hoping we'll get a bunch of games done tonight, because I don't have like any footage left over, so yeah, if you guys want me to have an upload around this evening, it's like we gotta get something going, you know what I mean? Lots of good games last week though. I really enjoyed them, but like there's like we did a lot of games, but like a lot of them were not super like thematic in a specific way, so it's just like I think also what sucked is how Nespeshka actually couldn't even play for a good portion of them, so it's just like a 4v5. So we're just like, damn, There it is. How you guys all doing? Rosy Cheeks Dallas, cold here. It was cold last night, bro. Actually, last night it was freezing cold, dude. I was just trying to go for a walk, and I wanted to go like a long walk, dude. I just wanted to be outside for a bit. I ended up being outside for almost 2 hours, just walking around the neighborhood. You know what I had to do? I had to, like, man, we had an ice storm happen here in our region of US not that long ago, man. Not that long ago. We had an ice storm come by. It got really, really cold. It's like 30 degrees, so it's like really, really freezing. It's rough, dude. It was kind of just rough, honestly. Kind of sucked, to be honest, too. But like, anyway, the freeze happened, right? It sucked. I hated it. Nothing you could do about it. But like, it didn't actually like knock out the power in our area. And at some point, it actually started to get warm and cold at the same time. Like the wind is cold, but the actual atmosphere is warm. So I have no idea why it was doing that, but either way, right? Either way, it got cold last week, but it wasn't as bad as it was everybody else. Is that the real Nazgrim? Holy moly, that guy's the real, I can't even see his mug. He looked like a real Nazgrim too. So that was last week, and for some reason this week it started to get the same cold without the snowstorm, without the ice storm, without nothing. It's just cold. It just hit that cold. So yesterday I was just like, I want to go for a walk, man. So I had to go multiple layers. Multiple layers. I even got like a face mask, more or less. Like a t-shirt that I had to tie. Because investing in winter clothes, bro, where I live is a bad investment. You barely get any use out of them. So it's like, I don't buy winter clothes. But when it does get cold, if ever, and this year, I guess it does get really, really cold, I was just like double layering, triple layering on everything I can. I'm just like, dude, my face is still just freezing, bro. Freezing. It's like the biting, nipping cold that just I'm gonna be walking around with a numb face if I'm just like don't put something on. Literally took a shirt tied to the back of my face. I'm just walking around in the middle of the night with a face mask covering my face. I'm just like, bro, I'm cold, but I'm looking like I'm about to rob a home, bro. I'm about to commit a robbery. I'm about to do a break-in, bro. But it was so nice. I walked around for like over an hour, closer to 2 hours. I'm just letting the music playlist play as I'm just waddling, taking my steps. And I'm waking up today, I'm just like, my legs hurt, bro. My legs hurt. I walked around for so long, bro. And I've paid the price now. I'm just sore all over. But it was so good in the moment. Alrighty. Let's actually get a group going. And the Spershka apparently got a group. I am going to get a second one here in a moment. Molten Core, if you guys want to join us. Let me also post how to join duels here in a second. Competitive. And here we are. But yeah, I spend that time yapping. I probably should have spent the time yapping and prepping. I can only do one at a time though. I can only literally do one. I get music going too. Is it loud? It's gonna be loud. About to hit that loud. Here we go. We also pin it. The only thing I miss about COVID was hold on. I gotta wait for YouTube to do this thing. It's covering the chat. About COVID, masks being normal during winter, you don't have to go to a place. Nah, dude, I would still just wear a mask. If it's cold, just wear one. Just wear one, man. I feel like investing into like a balaclava type of thing, or just like a face mask, like a felt one. I mean, a t-shirt does the job, to be honest. A t-shirt does the job, to be honest. It's just like, I just don't want my face to be like feeling like numb, bro. You know what I mean? Because my fingertips and my face, my nose in particular, get hit by the cold weather more than anything. Like everywhere else is going to be warm, but it's just like, bro, I want to be able to breathe, you know what I mean? So just like being able to hit that warm air inside of the shirt, mask thing, whatever. Like it works, man. It works. It's actually super valuable. Yeah. Rosy cheeks, yeah. I'm afraid you're incorrect. Europe is better than USA. Denmark and Finland are the happiest countries in the world, so whatever you say is invalid. Oh, I heard about like the happiness rating. Yeah, that thing is super bonk. Like some people are just being asked like, how happy are you? I am super happy. And it's like super skewed. Yeah. Yeah, happiness rate. Get out of here. That's how you know you just like absolutely are. Mikolai, like I'm just gonna let you know, man, if you bring up the happiness rating to anybody that has up more than a room temp IQ, like you just sound like a schmuck, man. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that happiness whole rating is just like, how happy are you? How satisfied with your care? It doesn't actually look at objective things. It's like, How are you feeling today? I'm feeling good. Okay, ranked at 10. How are you feeling today? It could be better. Ranked at a 3. What? Get out of here, bro. 90% sure everyone would say I'm really happy that something garbage. Bro, yeah, exactly. Especially if you are the type of... Bro, imagine like asking... I also don't know what the environment of that whole like happiness rating was conducted at. It's so subjective. It's so crazy. I'm really happy to see the girl from basketball. Exactly, true, dude. In some places, we imagine like trying to do that kind of like a... Imagine if Russia were to go and like conduct a happiness rating of their citizens. As like an armed man stands there with an AK-47. and you don't have freedom of speech, so you can't say anything bad about your government. And they ask you, how happy are you? Imagine saying them, my life is shit thanks to the government, bro. Imagine. What is this? What is this? Is this a Hearthstone? What? It is a Hearthstone. What is that? Hold on, I've never seen that thing before. Hold on, bro, I collect Hearthstones. What is that thing? It's Naru something? What is that? TBC Hearthstone, really? Oh, I'm so sad. I'm not gonna collect that then. Hell no. I'm not gonna go on more. Dude, why are there so many level 10s out here? Why are there so many level 10s? Is it just like brand new players, or is it just like dudes are literally a level 10 in the RP server just to play RP server? I think I'm either seeing level 80 or level 10. Why am I seeing only those 2 levels? There's no 11, there's no 12, there's no 23, no 48. You know what I mean? Like, what is happening? Violence? Get in here, my guy. Alrighty, so we need a couple more bodies then. Who else they invite, man? Who else they invite? Kelp Top Forest? Who else gonna invite me on Buka Lemon? Does he want to join any? Dragon Attack. Curdy. Oh, there it is. I was gonna say for a second. Yeah, let me set a note. Curdy the Shadow Priest. Has your name always had 2 eyes in there? Curdy? There's no way, right? There's no way. If you wanna join some... Where the hell is Gundrak? That's gotta be like a TBC area, right? Angel Maker? Hell yeah. Selling boosts and trade user level 10. Oh, is that it? You think it's just a bunch of level 10s with transmogs? I mean, I guess very, very possible, actually. I guess not impossible. Alrighty. We got a group. Duelist. And I'm gonna make a Holy Saya lead. Saya, you know how to do these, yeah? Let me double check. Oh, this match good. Team ready? Team ready? Double checking, and then we'll send it. Spectator match. Holy Saya. Is that correct? I'll do B-Nut name actually. No, 5, no grand 1. What the hell? Okay. Where is that? Okay, let me just do Holy Saya. Holy Saya. Maybe I messed up there. Ness Mershka. Maybe that's what I messed up, right? I did mess up the V-Nut name. Unless you change it to Holy Saya. The Grand Arena. The Grand, boys. Holy moly. There it is, baby. There it is. Yeah. Yeah. How to buy the boost? Yeah, I'm not gonna do the boost, man. I'm not doing it. That's a cool ass Hearthstone, but I ain't doing it. I ain't doing that. So Johnny said you'll be down to join. Johnny, we already have 2 teams, so you'll have to squeak your way into one of them. But there it is, man. There it is, baby. Oh my god, my favorite time of the week. We got some more duels tonight. We're gonna switch. We're gonna try to go with duels for as long as possible if we can today, boys. We'll see how that goes. I also want to see if they still have that damn outline, the purple outline, and then the yellow outline, depending who I'm watching. I mean, we're just gonna have to deal with it, man. I can't do anything with the outline, boys. It's just gonna be there. You know what I mean? Who else do we have here, dude? We got Vasim, bro, over for the team 2 as a DH. We got the Smeshka. We got ourselves Protect. We got ourselves What's the name? Trucker? I want to say it's Trucker. Truker. I'm gonna call you Trucker. I'm just gonna call you Trucker. Who is out here slinging tentacles? Angel Maker out here immediately slinging them tentacles. Over in Protect. Not just giving the warrior, dude. He's just giving the warrior the big slaps. What is this random like gushing wounds effect? Is that the Nazoth thing? Actually, it might be the Nazoth proc. Might actually be procking the Nazoth thing. That's might be exactly what it is. It's going to be a stun fear onto the warrior. Does Zerker out of it with an avatar ready to go. Defense is already available. And this is where the priest is just trying to see if he can run out of there. Does the defensives and offensives. Gotta skedaddle out. Trying to see if he can maybe get around the warrior. It's going to be a quick interrupt, but does miss it. It is going to be a free precog for Angel Maker. Got himself full void form. Big burst is available. PI. Offensive's also available too. Mind games, more tentacle, slap it down with a quick fade. The warrior so far does not have anything to follow up here. Trinket out for the priest, and that little barrage at the end does end up taking him out. Still has the volley. If Goeris pops out super early, for Angel Maker, he may still be able to use a couple more volleys onto the hunter. This is a Beastmaster hunter though, and those pets are pretty powerful. Is that a Gladiator Drake? That is a Legion Glad Drake. That is a Legion Glad Drake. Look at that thing. Oh my god, the armor drakes are so good looking. He does have the damage. Setting up a lot of pressure really early on behind the pillar. Does land an interrupt on the Holy. Still got access to Disperse. Quick fear into Goeris, who got himself the Undead Racial. There goes the Disperse. Does have the Rift available. The Rift is chasing after the Hunter. Hopefully as a bowling ball slowly rolls in, maybe it connects. Looks like it does not, unfortunately. That is going to be a pet summoned by Angel Maker though, giving him plenty of resources. Does have a silence, does have tentacles with a big damage onto the hunter. And actually putting in some pressure. Hold on, what is this dot damage you got on him? What is this rot you got on him? What is happening? He's actually pulling the pets back. Wait, you have cleave? Oh yeah, they have pretty much free cleave now. So attacking the pets will actually cleave down Goeris. I forgot. I think he does either with tentacle. I think he has cleave with either the spirits, or he got that psychic link. I'm not sure exactly which one, man. I'm actually not sure which one. We're doing, boys. What's up, no jab? I know my man. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Shadow Priest started off strong too. Goeris, Beastmaster Hunter, actually I think wants to play the line of sight game. His pet damage is actually a lot higher than it was previous expansions. Does get a stun. Angel still able to land a couple of slaps. Big burst is available. Got himself also wall on top of it. Angel may have to be looking for potential defensive here. Gonna be the E available too. Does go behind the pillar. Goeris pets are still doing a decent bit of damage. Is gonna go for the tentacle slaps. So he's actually able to deal some cleave damage back to Goeris using those pets. Actually enough to kill one of those pets. Is that the main pet or is that a side pet? And Goeris' health, he's just melting behind the pillar, sending those pets. Looks like he's able to resurrect them. I think that was a side pet, not the main pet. But man, look at Goeris. His health is actually looking like it's in a bit of a jeopardy. Angel Maker does need to land the dots on those pets and Goeris to get that cleave rolling. But he's actually able to whittle down the hunter little by little, even though he can't see him. That is a big advantage here. Try to see if you can be able to rush him. Traps are available. Looking to fade him maybe. Is gonna get hit. There's gonna be a trinket. No trinket. Someone broke it. Full rip, no full everything. Oh, it might be lights. Exile by Goeris. Does have a Bishop Rat. The pets are aim powered. Try to see if we can maybe end this duel. Is it gonna be enough? The Rift is actually at a distance. Oh, does get him super low, but does have Disperse with another hunter charging at him. It is a survival hunter. I think still in camo technically. Yeah, he's in camo. So for the time being, Angel can't see him, but Trucker. I'm gonna call you Trucker. Trucker, the Orcish Hunter, man, is going to be Angel Maker trying to go for as much healing as possible. Does get a trip through in Shadow, looking for a heal. Unfortunately, though, the Hunter got himself a couple of those chops in there, though, bud. Man, from one Shadow Priest into the next, unfortunately, for this Hunter, though. And he's still got a couple of dots on him for the time being. Rotting down a little bit, is going to get the slaps. I can't tell if the slap was on a pet or the Hunter. That tentacle, it is very fast-paced. It no longer needs like that shadow crash movement animation. It just immediately applies the dots. As soon as the tentacle is up, that's it. It's gonna hit a target. Doesn't matter where you go. I don't think you can land inside the tentacle slap either. Could be very wrong about it, but I'm pretty sure you cannot. Shadow Sun? Shadow Sun? Oh, that's cool. You got a little pet with you. Is that an actual name of the pet or is that what you called it? It is going to be Trucker trying to go for that pet damage, pet gameplay, just trying to let the pets do a lot of the pressure onto Curdy. Pets are helpful for survival, but survival needs to be more engaged in that pet damage, because a lot of that pet damage is going to come from tip the spear stacks. As you consume them, the pet attacks the enemy, and that is what's going to give you a lot of the damage that you're looking for. So he's able to at least trade some pressure, try to see if he can get some cleave damage that is actually go back to Trucker. All those images, all those spirits are eventually hitting him through the wall, as Curdy's getting some freebie cleave there too. And that pet, unless the hunter gets in there, fade. If he fades this freezing trap, that'll be huge. Trucker trying to see if he can get out of there. It is going to be a freezing trap stopping him. Curdy with a trinket. That's a very aggressive use of a trinket. I think just trying to see if he can stop Trucker from going for any kind of a oh wait, wait a second, hold on a second, whoa, wait a second, the survival hunter comes back with some big boom damage. Oh my, the guy just needed like a second, the guy just needed like a moment. Freeze immediately onto the rogue, who's gonna go for the trinket. Unfortunately, the hunter does not have anything to follow up. Stunned by the DH immediately. Got himself a big old glaive dance onto the rogue. Evasion out for the rogue with a cloak. Dance is available. That's going to be a ton of damage by the rogue into a disarm. Still has one more cheap shot in case he wants to use it. He's going to go for advantage. They'll go to cheap shot. Now the demon hunter is immune to cheap shot at the very least. Can't go for the blind. As the DH looking for the big hunt. Metamorphosis right after. Did not blind. You can still go for a blind in case you need it. The rogue is still alive, but barely. Does go for the blind. Do you have a cheap shot? Do you have another dance? He doesn't have dance for a second. He needs a couple of moments. Cheap shot is available. You got a cheap shot now. Oh, but the demon hunter staying up in the air. As long as he's mid-air, after a vengeful retreat, he's actually immune to CC. With Illidan's gonna be up next. Are we a Havoc or are we Devourer? Is my question. We are Devourer. He is blue. He is blue. And Vasti, bro, is gonna be also probably blue in the face. There's going to be a big backflip out for the DH. Got himself a charge. Couple of Reaps. Reaps actually buffed the damage of Reap recently. And Illidan's may have to go for a Metamorphosis here pretty early on. He got the Hunt. He's able to go for a stun. Big Hunt damage. Does he have enough? Big Cleave. It's not enough. Flying up in the air. Illidan's needs to find some cover. He needs to go for the one-shot combo if he still can. No, looks like Metamorphosis does fall off. So I don't know if he can really do much after this. He's going to end up backflipping out of there. I-beams, however, are going to catch up to him. And Vasti, I think, may have it. The mobility of this DH in particular and the distances you can go is huge. I got to see it. Use the Void Torrent, the Broken Patch. Yo! Yeah, if that's what happened to Curdy, that is unfortunate. I've had that hit me before on my Demon Hunter. If I'm ever mid-air or if I'm jumping and you get rooted or CC'd, the game is just DC's. Yeah, I hate that. They got to fix that pronto. Like before midnight fully launches, that got to get fixed immediately. That's got to get fixed immediately. Yo, hold on. Illidan still in play. Stun. Does he have a combo? Virtual Wake. He's got the burst. Oh, he did it. Oh, he actually pulled it off. Oh my God, Illidan. But the Smushka ain't gonna let ya. He ain't gonna let ya. That is so good. He did do a decent bit of damage to the rogue. But dude, the one shot though, oh my God. Yeah, Curdy, that is so unfortunate, man. If it actually DC, I thought it was a survival hunter absolutely just popping off. Yeah, health did drop pretty quick. I couldn't tell if it was just like the survival doing damage or, but yeah, if that's a DC, there's just, you literally just a train dummy at that point for him. Shield advantage immediately for Saya. Another cheap shot by the Splurshka. He's gonna get stunned. He does not have a trinket for it. He's gonna be put in a rough spot. There's gonna be some dawn-like damage, but the Splurshka does have a cloak in case he ever needs to escape. He also has vanishes if he ever really needs that full reset. Question is, does he use a cloak or does he keep it? No, Isaac getting picked up by the Paladin. The Splurshka may be looking for a potential cloak here really early. Bob by the Paladino. The Splurshka needs another escape. He's still dotted, unfortunately, and the Valley still sees him. You will want to pre-cloak the next Hodge. I don't know if you can line up for it. You will need to pre-cloak it. That's the only way you win this, I think. If you don't get a cloak or a Hodge, you're done. Yeah, there goes a Hodge. That's it. It's over. Unfortunately for the Splurshka, it is light. Not much you can do. It does go for a cloak evasion. On this side, just forgets to bubble. He does have lay in hands. Unless you just big burst him out of nowhere. Yeah, there ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. That was well done. True. Trucker. Pick it up too, but like, it technically does pick up 2, but like, if it was one, if it was a DC by Curdy, I don't know how I feel about that. You know what I mean? I'll let you double back and look at it, but I like, does she deserve the credit? To some degree, maybe, but like, If it was a DC, like, he won against the guy who was just offline. So I don't know, man. Let's check the groups real quick. Saya needs a +1, it looks like. Yep, pass the lead, Saya. Yeah, there we go, bud. He knows what's up. Chat, we need one more. Molten Core. Molten Core. Competitive. What did John say? Spot is open right now in LSD. Leo, my man, my boy. I'm gonna make Leo lead. Leo, I'm gonna make you lead if you don't mind it, right? Where are we at in the duels? 14? 1,000 more honor? Someone do the grind for me. How much honor do you earn per game, would you say? Yeah, let me make I'll make Leo lead. Here we go. And chat, what we can do is we can actually do this group for a bit, and then we can swap you guys around if you guys want to do some reverse Uno that. James, I can't spell Johnny. Johnny boy and Mesh. 500, 600. So you got like 2 more BGs then. They don't take long at all, do they? I imagine all of them like. If it's anything like when I played Classic pre-TBC, people just kind of quit. They kind of gave up. Oh, we're losing? All right, just sit in the base till they win. Oh, we're winning? All right, don't sit in base till they win. People just like made it fast games, fast win, fast lose. And it seems like everybody was doing that. I don't know if people still do that to this day. Tol Viron. We'll do a Tol Viron for these caster boys. Gotta give our shout out for his brethren a good shot. Yeah, Curdy, that DC is so annoying, dude. I get that as a demon hunter all the time. As a rogue, it doesn't happen nearly as much. As a rogue, it doesn't seem to happen to me. But as demon hunter, it seems to happen. Even in dungeons, dude. Doing a floodgate, and I'm moving around, jumping around as a demon hunter, because you could double jump while you casting your ability, your consume ability. And I'm like, and then there's like the dude that goes on the scaffolding just swoops you with that auto attack, and it just DCs you. It's so infuriating, man. It's infuriating. I feel like on any other class, I don't really jump around that much, but I imagine as a caster, you like jumping to get an insta-cast going, and I imagine that's super, super annoying. But yeah, as a DH, I'm jumping around all the time. And as a caster, I sometimes do that too, like mage with the barrages, like that's some movement you could do while you're, you're moving, turning, you can cast a spell, prep the next one. It could, yeah, imagine for fire mage, it'll be even more annoying. AV, I'm just AFK till the end. Once I go to the AV, it's way more honor, but you throw your bodies at the horde for kills. Ah, okay. That's not bad. Which, yeah, that's not too bad. Sure, it sounded like it to me. Boys looking kind of sleepy. You taco, you ain't gonna do it, are you? You ain't gonna do it, are you? These boys do look sleepy. Is Vasi looking sleepy? Because it's gonna be Saya off the bat. That's like a saying, so whatever stuns Vasi got, he ain't gonna be able to hit it immediately onto Saya. But the Demon Hunters, they actually have quite a lot of survivability over this batch, man. The hunt does connect really early on. Between blade dances and the fell rushes they actually got a lot of survivability. There goes the Abyss. He's got himself the big scar damage. He's looking to stay on top of Saya. Saya, I think, avoided some of that scar damage, but it's going to be a fly up. Saya looking to get himself behind the pillar. Doesn't have the most move speed, so he's eating a couple of those lances. Is going to go with the regenerate to get some freebie healing while dampening isn't super high. Vasi, I don't know if he's playing the double rush, where you could rush and then rush back to the same location, but that gives you a lot of shielding. A lot of healing. And if you do have that build, if you do have that playstyle, it's so good. Does get himself a couple more of those eruptions. Yeah, maybe he does actually. Maybe he does have the double rushes. And if you can use those, you actually get so much shielding out of it. It's so good. We're doing it? Alrighty. Taco with 20, man. Thank you so much, my guy. Chat, after this one, we are hitting that, the flashbang, boys. We have to hit the flashbang after this one. So enjoy the map, not completely searing out your retinas for this one. It's going to be actually quite a lot of damage by the Demon Hunter. Look at this. The Pally still got a bubble, got a Chill the Vengeance, and Blessing of Sank. So if you go for a stun, you won't be able to hold it. The Demon Hunter is kind of delaying a bit of a burst. He's got a second blur in case he needs to. He may need to use his blur right here. Does go for the blur. If he can go for eventual retreat to dodge out of a stun, that'd be ideal. He's got himself I-Beam. That's going to give him some pressure, some potential damage. Sai may be looking for a bubble. There goes the bubble. Demon Hunter did not get himself a retreat for the Hodge, unfortunately. But the blur is keeping him plenty alive. Look at that. The hunt to follow up. Wait a second. Is Demon Hunter able to challenge a paladin now? I can't believe it. I feel like in this past expansion of War Within, a demon hunter would have no chance against a paladin. But this is just a whole nother game. My God, respect, man. Appreciate you, Taco. Thank you so much, dude. I am, oh my God, you cuddled up there next to him right now. I am actually beyond myself. That was incredible. Paladin reign of supremacy, I feel like has been ended. Curdy is up next, blasting out at the Demon Hunter, who so far went up against the toughest matchup of War Within. Leech is a bit overtuned. Is it Leech? Is it actually that much Leech? Is it actually though? It might be scaling. Hey, you might be completely correct. I was thinking it was the shielding. I wish I could see how much healing he's doing so far. Like, what's his biggest source of healing? Because he does have a lot more shields. Blade dances, double charges. Is it actually that much healing? That's crazy then. Yeah, maybe low-level scaling is helping him, but it's been a while since we have a Demon Hunter who can heal themselves just through raw aggression. I feel like BFA was the last expansion where they could do that. Legion, they could do it too, but BFA was much more prominent. And then Shadowlands, they basically just had to spawn in demons so they could eat more souls and Necrolord shield. That's the only thing that could help them heal. But Curdy does end up going, can you do that root from a distance actually? Is that actually a thing? Can you actually root from that far away? I didn't realize it. I thought it was only enemies around you that got rooted. Maybe I'm wrong. I-beam's out. Vasi got plenty of damage. Is no more disperse out for Curdy, unfortunately. And this is going to be a couple more hits by the Demon Hunter. Fodder to the flame. I missed it as vengeance. Fodder to the flame. Yeah. Yeah, fodder. Look at this rogue. I love his weapon of choice, actually. I like the fans. I think that looks sick. It's going to be DH getting locked down in a stun. Does Rogue have a second stun to follow up? Sigil of Misery is going to connect. Rogue does pre-cloak the Sigil of Misery, but it looks like Cloak doesn't care for that one. Cloak does not care for Sigil, or Sigil of Misery does not care for Cloak. That was a Rogue with every defensive available. What is this after image of the Rogue, by the way? It is going to be the double charges by Vasi, so he does have the double charge shielding. And the Rogue came in, a little bit of this like reset with the DH, does get hit with a stun. I-beam to follow, unfortunately. It is going to be a load of damage, and the Demon Hunter backflipping out of it to make sure he doesn't get CC'd, flying up in air. The Rogue needs to catch line of sight. Smoke bomb is going to be helpful, but he's just a long lance away from death. Oh, that blind was really risky, but it still goes in for a dance. Is it enough? Does he have the damage? Gouge for a second. Does he have enough here? Big I-beam, but the Demon Hunter with that fell eruption is going to be more than plenty damage in order to be able to live this. 4 minutes into the duel, only 21% dampening. He might, what is this still after image of the Rogue? It's got to be a toy, right? Stun onto Vasi. Full army of the undead is approaching. He's going to have to use everything he can just to survive this big hunt into the Death Knight. Try to see if he can stay on top of the age as best as possible, but Vasi's health is not looking that good. He might just go down here, and it is going to be the Unholy Death Knight crushing him with the entire undead horde all at once. It is just so much damage, man. Crazy amount of damage. DH lead 40%, and in pre-patch they nerf it to 10 soon. Is it actually though? Is it actually getting nerfed to only 10% soon? Is this like some pre-patch versus beta type of tuning, or what? Is it a talent thing? Or does he just have leech on his gear in every single slot or something? Maybe that's it, right? Let me mention the Holy DK. I mean, their damage is absolutely bonkers. Yeah, their damage is absolutely incredible. Although we have seen Unholy DKs even last week, like a Fury Warrior was able to stand toe to toe. The cheat death for the Fury Warrior was necessary. Is Protect gonna have to use that cheat death yet again? Both are so low. The DKs get into the execute range very soon. Warrior got himself a little bit of self-survivability. He needs every single one of those bloodthirsts to catch up on healing. Is barely stabilizing. Stun onto Leah. Does he have those executes? Finally, executes are coming through. Execute on to Protect as well. Protect does have a cheat death. He think he wants to see if he can hold on to that cheat death. Start bloodthirsting. No! Never mind. That was his cheat death. That was his cheat death. So Leah was able to proc it by the looks of it. I'm surprised if the warrior walked away with a cheat death, unless it was just a battle master trinket and he doesn't run cheat death anymore. I'm assuming that was cheat death. And unfortunately for the Death Knight, I don't know if he can do much to the Rogue. That was a massive burst. AMS barely keeping you alive against the shadow damage, and that Death Strike helping you stabilize a little. The army of the undead is in play. Cloak and Shadows by the Rogue, but it's a lot of physical damage out of these beds. The DK decides to survive a little longer. He does go for the advantage. The Rogue is getting himself a reset. Diseases, I think, are still on him, right? Or is it clean? I think it might be clean with it, actually. I think the cloak was perfectly timed. I'm surprised that A-bomb does not get him dotted up, though, anymore like it used to. Is it just for damage? He does still have enough damage, though, to just take him out. With the Demon Hunter going to be up next, Illidane's got himself the full burst. Trying to see if he get a bit of a setup onto the Rogue. Void Ray, unfortunately, does not hit him. Unfortunately, does not connect. I don't know if he has Spectral Sight. Cheap shot by the Rogue. It's up to Illidane's to figure out when to trinket. Does not want to trinket the Rogue's proper go here. Is going to go for a bit of a backflip. I think he does have Metamorphosis. The question is, does he end up having to use it here? He may have to use meta to take out the Rogue. He is going to use meta. Does he have the burst? Does he have the mobility? Try to see if he can position himself around. I-Beam Void Ray is not connecting. The Rogue is behind the pillar. I don't know if you have yourself sight. There's meta, and the Rogue, if you can just outlive the meta, he will just be able to avoid the peak damage of Illidane's, who does have eyes. He knows where the Rogue is at. He just needs to get the angle in order to get himself. Unfortunately, he was not able to get himself any kind of charges, any kind of void blades, anything. So he's going to have to go for a trinket here. I don't know if he can work up the souls again. Maybe he could just take down the Rogue, which just consumes and reaps from a distance. Just whittle him down little by little. But I doubt it. Cheap. Kidney shot comes through. The gouge, try to trinket it immediately. I think it maybe expected a cheap shot out of the Rogue. But that kidney shot to follow up immediately was rough. Vasi does end up doing a lot of damage. Does heal quite a decent bit. I have DK full gear and talent leech 30% only, but DH has 40. I think it's because DHs have like additional leech from some of their talents, I'm assuming. It's gotta be, man. But I'm assuming like, yeah, like I'll be surprised if DH lost that much leech, because a lot of it is through talents, is it not? It's like Metamorphosis and then passive. I could be wrong. You guys will have to correct me. We'll find out, I guess, once we hit max level, right? Alrighty. The Smirch Guy team is ready. Leo, let me know if your team is ready and if you're good to go. Midnight. Let's go midnight. Here we go. We are doing the flashbang arena. What is it? Elysium? Decree, I think it is. I think it is Decree. Or not. Let's do this. WoW Arena Wiki. I want to see what arena it is. It is called... Oh, Domain. Domain Expansion. There it is. Imperium Domain. I thought it was Elysium Decree. That's something else. I think it's an ability. Or a conduit or something. Wait, wasn't Elysium Decree like a rogue, like, slash ability? I forget. It's been a second. I have a DK full gear into leech. Yeah, that's crazy, man. That is crazy. That we mentioned Hilly. That's VDH Decree. Is it VDH Decree? Elysian Decree? So Sigil Spite? Is that what that is? Or was that their was that the Covenant ability, or was that the Conduit? Because I'm Elysium Decree for some reason is stuck in my brain somewhere. I think so. It's one of those then. Yeah, it's got to be one of those. It's been so long, man. Not like that whole expansion is even worth remembering to begin with, right? Oh man. Oh man. Alrighty, boys. Which Sigil Spite? It's Sigil Spite now, but I don't think it was called Sigil at the time. Maybe I don't remember, man. Alright, we got ourselves team 1 with Saya the Raptor. It almost looks like Curdy's riding on his back, man. But he's like top of him with his wings. Is it gonna be Curdy first? I don't think. Is Curdy? Is it Saya? One of those two. It's either Saya or Curdy. And the trucker, he's trying to figure out who's he dueling against, man. He's gonna get the pet in there. And he's gonna be able to get easy kill commands off of that pet. Unfortunately, like, the pet is gonna do decent damage, but it's not like insane. It does decent overall, but definitely requires a hunter to get in there too. But I think he just tried to see if he could soften up Saya a little bit, so when he does go in, when he does close the gap, he has all these different spear stacks, which will be really good. Saya, I think, should be aware that, yeah, the hunter's probably going to have line of sight of you. You're just waiting for the pet. It is going to be stunned. Saya can protect it. Does go for Blessing of Sake really early. Who's that running out there? Is it a Smeshka for a second? No, it's the other rogue. What's the name? Violence. That's what it is. Violence is going to be freeze onto Saya, as Trucker does get hit with a blind. So it's a nice trade. Big damage out of the hunter really early on, with Saya going for that wall with the Shield of Vengeance combo. Trucker also has himself the wall as well. Trinket to follow. Boomstick is out. He's trying to see if he can shoot him up, but he is going to go for immunity to magic damage. Is the Boomstick fire damage? I mean, I guess, right? He's firing molten lead, so I guess that it's fire. Kind of makes sense, but like, is it actually fire damage? I thought it was physical. Trucker just decided, you know what? It's over. It's over. It's over. I think a lot of his burst was gone, and then there's a paladin running around him. He doesn't have turtle. He's probably like, no, he does have turtle. He might have got DC'd actually. He might have actually gotten DC'd. So I don't know if it was just him giving up or just actually getting DC'd by like a root or a silence or slow or something, because it looks like there's quite a bit of DCs if you're ever in mid-air and jumping around. As Vasi out here jumping around, Saya could probably I am hoping Saya does not try to see if he can cheese him with like a DC stun or something like that. Laying hands out for Saya. Doesn't have a Blessing of Spell Warden or Blessing of Protection to work against the Demon Hunter. It is going to be a stun by the DH. I-beam to follow. Try to see if he can put the pressure onto the Paladino, who only has a bubble now. He does also have access to a regenerating as well. Sigil of Misery does get avoided completely. DH charging back over is going to go for the vengeful retreat to try to see if he can stay on top of the Paladin the entire time. Got plenty of damage. I-beam to follow up. As they got plenty of burst, is probably going to force a bubble out of sight. There goes the bubble. This way, DH just got to live this a little longer. Does have a blur in case he needs to. Darkness is down. Together with blur, just gonna overlap the two. Stunned by Saya, but the DH is in darkness and with the blur, so he's taking the least amount of damage possible here. With a quick imprison onto the Paladino that follows up afterwards is going to be yet another I-beam. Still got Metamorphosis, so he's got himself lots of that eruption damage. Demon Surge is going to end up emanating from his body. Saya knows he needs to stay away from the DH anytime he uses any of his abilities, just to try to avoid some of that Demon Surge damage, but Saya is left with not a lot of defenses to work with. With Vasi just trying to see if he can get himself some healing, some pressure. Does so eventual retreat. Is going to get stunned up while mid-air, unfortunately. As it's going to be Saya just absolutely wreaking havoc on him. Is going to go for the charges around the corner, trying to get on top of Saya. He's still feeling pretty confident right now. Still feeling pretty good. He just got to find a way to close that gap. I don't know if he still has access to meta. That is the one thing I don't know, because I don't know if his meta is being tracked properly or not. The Hunt, I think, is getting tracked properly. Stun, I-beam, blind to follow up. Saya just trying to buy him some time. I don't know if he's waiting for lay on hands or Blessing of Spell Warden or something, but it's going to be stunned onto the DH. Is it going to be enough damage? The DH is going to take a little bit of hits here, but still got himself plenty of defenses to work with. This is a Hunt to reconnect. Metamorphosis right after. He does have the damage he needs. Oh, and the damage from a distance. Vasi taking out the Paladino. I actually was thinking maybe this is an opportunity for Saya to turn this around. It is so odd that a Paladin does not win against a Demon Hunter. I am not used to this, man. Havoc does a lot of healing. With Illidane's gonna be up next. Got himself a bit of that. He's back to Havoc, actually. He's not Devour anymore. He is back to Havoc. And Havoc may be a better dueling spec right now. Trinket out in prison as an I-beam comes out, but Vasi is going to go for an I-beam of his own. Flying up as Vasi got himself mid-air. Illidane's also going to fly up in air. He got Blur. He's just going to try to see if he can win with air superiority while Blur is active. They're both pumping damage into one another. Vasi got himself a bit of a meld with eventual retreat in case there's going to be a stun lock out for Illidane's. They're charging past one another. I-beam from a distance as it's going to be Vasi able to go for a bit of burst damage. Illidane's without full Metamorphosis. Sigil of Misery, does he catch him? He does catch him mid-air. I think for Vasi, this is the best situation he could be in, but he's still not out of the woods, maybe in a bit of trouble. That is still a fully empowered Demon Hunter. Charges back and forth, letting that shield protecting him in a little bit. I-beam to follow up. Blur down for what looks like Blur. For Illidane's does land the stun that he needs. A big cleave. Does he have the damage? He hasn't, maybe enough. Stun reversal. Vasi gets a chance to respond. Is it going to be enough? I think Vasi may just take it, actually. I-beam from a distance. Illidane's got himself a bit of shielding, but he is melting down. Summon is melting him, and looks like Vasi does survive. I am amazed. That is incredible. With a quick imprison onto Leo. Vasi just trying to see if he can get himself out of here with a quick first aid. Whatever healing he gets, whatever healing you get. It is a blind by the Holy Death Knight. Once you get the entire army, all Vasi can do is maybe do some damage, maybe run away from the army, maybe cleave him down a little bit. Whatever leech helps him is whatever leech helps him. Try to go for a hunt, but at that point, like, what else could you do? That is so rough. Man, that is rough. It is going to be a grip on to protect. Still Army of Undead, at least partially, is in play by Leo, who is looking to get him some mobility away from the warrior as best as possible. Is going to go for that shade. Spear down. Does not catch the Death Knight. I don't think it even like connected with him. Sometimes I feel like DKs can just run out and walk out of that spear specifically. It is going to be some summons out for Leo. He's able to rotate with a couple of those mages of the dead, sacrifices some of those ghoulies that he's able to spawn in. And as long as he can get himself a couple of those Festering Strikes and then stay away from Protect and just go for Scourge Strikes and Death Calls from a distance, he is going to be able to get a lot of decent damage. The being empowered, Protect might be in a bit of a rough spot. Does he have the cheap death mechanic though is the question. He's still trying to see if he can struggle and fight through the undeads, but looks like he does go down. I don't know if he's playing the cheap death ability anymore. He may not be. But Protect does go down, unfortunately. The DK Zoo, yeah. Well, it's like a graveyard, but it's just a lot of pets, man. You know what I mean? The zoo really was a thing Beastmaster used to do when they got the original Stampede, where it was just like not just a row of pets running in on a line. It was more just like a bunch of pets, like 5 pets were summoned up. That's what Stampede used to be. So people call it the zoo. So now when you have multiple pets in play, I just call it the zoo sometimes, man. Because they're just all over the place. They're everywhere. It is going to be this burst. Wait, hold on a second. Does the Death Knight turn around versus not only the Demon Hunter, not only the Warrior, but also takes down the Rogue, who is still plagued. He has got diseases on him for the time being. The Death Knight tried to see if he can get around to him. Next stomp by the Rogue could be very, very deadly. He got Dance. Do you just avoid him for the dance? I think you just avoid him for the dance with a quick Strangulate. Try to see if you can take it down. Was that a cheat death by the Rogue? I can't even tell. But the Death Knight does take it. The Death Knight does pick up that win together with the Hunter Goers, trying to see if he can let his thought on to the DK, who's able to go for a couple of death strikes off of those pets, recovering just a little bit of health. 40% dampening rolling in is definitely going to make it much harder for him to get any kind of healing. With a full stun, Goers should be able to take him down here with a couple of kill commands, and it's down to just 2 more. Either Curdy or Violence. I do like your fans, by the way. I really like that. Are those the ones that you get from Trading Post? I like those over those the Mr. Pandaria ones, because I may have access to those already. But I like it. The white fans. How do you get the... Is that the one with the Trading Post? It's gotta be, right? It's gotta be. I really like the way they look, though. It looks really neat. Tentacles out for Curdy, able to slap out Goers there a little bit. Hitting him with a big old hand tie. Is it going to be a stun for Goers? That's some good line of sight. Able to get plenty of pressure, plenty of damage. Much damage on Curdy. Big burst that follows up after. Curdy could be in a lot of trouble. Try to heal, but look at these pets just tearing him up. Behind the pillar, he can't really recover. Does have to go for a disperse too. And Goers is able to stay on top of him as best as possible. Able to go for line of sight so Curdy can't really ever respond. And is able to keep the pets rolling in there to try to keep the kill commands rolling as best as he can. Curdy finally able to get some dots, able to get a bit of recovery. He did have to invest a lot of resources to do this. Bestial Wrath and a stun is available for Goers very soon. If he gets around the pillar and goes in for Binding Shot, I think with the Bestial Wrath and full burst, I think Curdy could be in a really rough spot. It's going to be a Freezing Trap. Stun is available. He could go for a proper Bestial Wrath stun. I think he might just have to. Kill command. And I think just kill command and the pets themselves probably are going to do plenty of damage behind the pillar. I don't know if Stampede's still connecting. Fear on the pets, but Goers, he does get himself those Cobra shots at the end. With the Rogue charging in, immediate cheap shot does not want to give Goers any time to breathe whatsoever. Into Eternal Shell right after. And the Rogue with an evasion vanish. I don't know if there's anything that Goers could really do in this situation, to be honest. Oh, the freezing the trinket. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's over. Or not. It's over. I was going to say. Leo does pick up 3. Oh my god, the healing though. Wait, oh my god, the healing though. Lassie. That's a lot of healing. That's crazy. Yeah, how it does a lot of healing. Going killable in beta. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like Havoc is going back to a self-survivability leech fiend that they were in like End of Legion or like BFA. Very possible that's what's happening with them. Cool. Nesmershka, let me know when you're good, because Leo's team is ready to go. These are really fun, by the way. These duels are really fun. Excellent games, man. Excellent games. Domain. Okay, so we did domain. Let's do a... I guess we could do a hook point. Unless we do some wild, weird arena. Let's do the arenas that we're used to. Hey, yeah, you're right. Body Death. Elysian Decree. You're right. So Elysian Decree is the Covenant ability. Ah. I am kind of glad they ended up working a lot of those abilities into like class abilities rather than Covenant abilities. Like, it's not bad that they're still in the game. And Blizzard did cook with some of them. Like, some are really cool. Like, Decree was really influential. Toll was really influential for Paladins. Rogues kept what? The Necrolord, the Shadow, the Necrolord, the Night. No, for a little bit we had the Night Fae ability. We actually kept all of our Covenant abilities for some time. People played Sepsis for a short bit. Pending Catastrophe needs to come back. Is that the Warlock one with like the... Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't bring that one back. There was a big dot that also put up these curses on everybody. I think that would have been kind of sick, just with like AoE curse mechanic. You know? I thought it was kind of cool. Switch. Got ourselves team 1. Who's going to be first? Is it Saya again? They're sending Saya out. Who's going to be up versus Saya? I feel like Saya is the only person I know that actually uses that Undermine T-Rex, which is one of the coolest mounts, dude. The Undermine T-Rex is so awesome. I don't even remember what mounts we got for like doing the renowned stuff with Koresh. I literally don't remember. Vasi is going to be your first contender. Okay, got himself a Blessing of Saints. He can break out of the Demon Hunter stump pretty early on. In present, however, is going to connect with the Sigil of Misery. It is going to just follow up some damage. Metamorphosis to follow up. Abyssal Gaze, unfortunately, does not connect. But Asai tried to see if he could break away from the Demon Hunter. Got himself Hand of Freedom and a Blind to follow up. The Demon Hunter is not deterred. He's still trying to see if he can catch up to Saya. The Haunt unfortunately does not connect. Saya using all of his mobility skills just to stay away from the H while meta is active. Everything he could use in order just to stay away from the guy as best as possible. If it goes to stun, triggered by the DH. Got himself still a bit more damage. Saya with the Shield of Vengeance. He's playing it super defensively. He's trying to see if he could wait out until Demon Hunter's meta is gone. Unfortunately, Vasi, he just keeps getting those Demon Surges back to back with a Hunt to follow up. Try to see if he can force some kind of cooldown out for Saya. There goes the immunity to magic damage. Still got to lay on hands. So now Saya got to see if he can live long enough so you can properly use the lay on hands for... what is it? For a Demon Hunter counter. He does go for Blessed Saint really early. If Demon Hunter has a stun, this could be his opportunity to make some damage happen too. Saya got himself the Dawnlight, and I think what he's probably going to want to try to do is stay away from the DH and not let him use any kind of abilities, any kind of damage, because as soon as Vasi does anything, he starts to recover. So Saya, I think, just kind of wants to dog walk him on a leash as best as he can until he's like Dawnlighted down. I think that's going to be his plan, is to use the Dawnlight dot in order to do a bunch of damage. Whoa! I'm sorry, what? What? Vasi's underground. Is he DC'd? He's still in the game, but he's like underground. Can he get out? Can he escape? Oh, what's happening? Is he gonna fall through? Oh, you fell through. Oh, he's swimming away. He's swimming away, bro. He's gone. He decided to become Aquaman. What? I am Aquaman. He's gone. He had to go. His people need him. Blizzard, what was that? The man went underground and then he decided, you know what? I'm out. Peace. Saya, I think that Demon Hunter was Saya's worst matchup, and that man just went. That man went, you know, and he decided, I need to go to Atlantis. My God. Blizzard, who programmed this arena to have holes in it? Why can't you just fall right through it? Why can't I just fall through this arena? Who thought this was a good idea? Why is there water under this arena? Vasi! Hopefully Vasi will come back. Atlantis needs me. Exactly. Atlantis needs him. Is Protect dead? Is that a cheap death from him or what? Or is he just barely alive? I can't even tell. I think I might have been cheap death. Oh my God. Oh, that was so funny. That was hilarious. He went on the ground first. I think it's that Demon Hunter like retreat charge ability, right? That's probably what put him on the ground, right? Like, Blizzard, you gotta fix that, man. You gotta fix that. That ability has been in the game forever, but nobody uses that talent. Maybe for a good reason. It is really good now that they gave like the full rush ability a chargeback mechanic that gives you a shield. That is really strong. I like it. A lot of people, in fact, do. Blessing a sec now for Saya. Trucker, unfortunately, does he know? Oh, he got a lot of damage from Saya. Saya with a lay in hand, stun onto Trucker. Does not have a trinket for this one, unfortunately. The Trucker is going to take a lot of damage here early on. Does go for a bit of a disengage with that wall. Boomstick is in play. I don't even know Boomstick is reaching Saya. It does have quite a bit of reach, but it looked like Shield of Vendors did not really move anywhere. He's going to go for a quick disarm. Got himself that range together with that aspect of the Eagle. Able to chop down to Saya. Got himself the Bear. The Bear joins the fight. Is it enough for Trucker? Unfortunately not. Oh man, we need Aquaman back, dude. Without Aquaman, I don't know. Team 2 is just like it's a little rough. Saya is a bit of a. What is Aquaman's biggest arch enemy? Because I'm not really super familiar with Aquaman. Is it Namor? It's not Namor, is it? He needs to get his trident. Yeah, he's like, hold on, I'll be back. Black Manta? Okay, I am not familiar with. Is Saya the Black Manta? He does have like a darker. I don't know what Black Manta looks like. Namor's Marvel. Oh, is he actually? Okay, that explains it. What is Black Manta? What does he look like? Oh, he's just like a bug. Yeah, well, actually, hold on. When you take a look at Saya, he does have red eyes. They're not as big as Black Manta's, but they are red. And Saya does have a dark cloak, so maybe Saya is the Black Manta. He does have a shoulder, which is like got a bit of gold, got a little bit of ebony, but also a little bit of red. It looks like Saya's dead. I thought honestly Saya was gonna live against a Beastmaster Hunter, but never mind. Apparently somebody can take him out. Black Manta down, and Goer's just absolutely sniped. Okay, it's down to the Rogue. It's down to the Smurshka. I think he's gonna have to play a very, very long, drawn-out match to see if he wants to win this. This is gonna be not easy. Trinket immediately out for Curdy with a fear. Yes, Smurshka chooses not to trinket, but that puts him in a weird spot where Curdy can now get himself a proper go here. It is gonna be the the Nazathian damage is gonna be hitting Smurshka here. Wait, he's just dead? Is he just dead? He just dotted up. Holy moly. Let's go just try to see if he can get himself a reset. He just keeps getting hit with those ghosts, man. My goodness. Try to see if he can get himself a reset, if at all possible, if it's even available. Oceana Master, but he's quite literally Aquaman but evil. Is there actually? What does he look like? Cena Master. Is that a real guy? Oh yeah, he is like Aquaman, but literally evil. Yeah, actually his whole outfit does look evil. Huh. There it is. Incredible. Yeah. I am hoping the Bossy, seriously though, I am hoping Bossy does get another chance to play because that was the funniest thing ever. Oh my god. Oh man. Wait, does that mean that... Should I title the video "This Paladin is on his villain arc"? Because I mean, we got Aquaman, and he's technically Black Manta the villain in this one, right? He did get 3 kills too, which I'm actually surprised. Normally, oh, wait a second, hold on a second, or maybe this is where the Rogue gets his big comeback here. Maybe this is going to be Nesmeshka's return, Nesmeshka's revenge here instead. I try to make these videos, especially when title them and thumbnail them, a little more thematic. But man, hold on a second. Nesmeshka doesn't take it out Curdy. I actually kind of checked out because I thought Curdy wins this because after Nesmeshka get absolutely trucked with the dots, I thought it was just over, but no. It looks like somebody's DC'd. Maybe Illidane's. It looked like they're waiting for him. We're waiting for Leon. I am glad they added like the undead Shadowlands Drake as like a dragon you can get, but man, the original still looks so good. The armored version, even the wings look just slightly like very, very similar, but I feel like they're a little, I think the animation is a little bit more like, I don't know how to explain it, like thicker on the Gladiator Drake. Violence going to be first up, getting the opener onto the Smurshka, having to go for a trinket, disarm onto the sub-rogue, and Violence dropping down that image. It looks like it's a toy of sorts. It's gotta be. I wonder if it's confusing the other competitor. Thinking like, wait, that's Violence, but that's not Violence. Where is he? Even better if he gives him like a health bar, because that would be super confusing. You know what I mean? Blizzard has that new ability for DH, diving. Yeah, I guess so. They added a Devourer Demon Hunter, and then they added the Aquaman Demon Hunter at the same time. like who thought? It's probably because if you look at the arena, Hook Point, it's not even. It's not a flat surface. There's some like hills. And maybe what happened, Demon Hunter is charged back in, but in the hilly section, they made him fall through the floor. Blizzard gotta fix that. Big burst of violence. Hold on, didn't even get a chance. He does go for a cheat death, barely surviving, but the Smurshka got his number. Unfortunately, as Sub-Rogue, you no longer have any dots. You don't have any ruptures, so it's gonna go for a state. Violence putting himself out in the open. He knows he needs to go for a heal. Unfortunately, without a trinket, unless the Smurshka makes a mistake here, it is lights for violence. It might be the Smurshka's big comeback game. Ooh, pre-evasioned it. That is gonna give him some DR, but it's not enough. The Smurshka does end up taking it. Is it gonna be Eladanes? It looks like it is gonna be Eladanes up next. He is a Havoc, so the Smurshka is going to have to be very, very careful. Does go for the sap, landing it. Do the cheap shot to follow. Trick it out immediately by the DH. Doing it for big damage immediately. Evasion out for the Rogue. Yet another cheap shot. Doesn't the Smurshka have enough damage though? He does a cloak. He got cloak in case he needs to. There goes a cloak. He can't not go for advantage, but he can go for a meld. Meld, stealth, perfect. Does the Demon Hunter find him? If you sap him right here, that's going to be perfect. Blind instead. You have a cheap shot. Wait, the Smurshka is actually crazy though. He's crazy with it though. This man is crazy though. This man is crazy with a cheap shot. Is it over? It is over. They ain't no thing getting past this Rogue. Question is, does Leo let him catch a re-stealth? I don't think he does. He has to go for a gouge. He has to go for a kidney shot. Immediate blind on the Smurshka. Does have a trinket. Haven't tried to go for damage. Does the Death Knight survive it? Stun onto the Smurshka. He doesn't have anything else he could use to live. Smoke bomb maybe sipping up, trying to make some damage, but Leo does take him. The Smurshka, however, does bring it back for Yusib though. I think he did a really, really good job either way. I gotta give him credit, man. He was doing a really good job there. He was starting to come back. He did really, really good. Well done. Sub-Rogue still on top, baby. No wonder Blizzard made the whole cinematic with what I think is either sad, probably a Sub-Rogue fighting all those void things, which looks so sick. Hold on a second. Are you a Night Elf? You look like a Night Elf. Oh, just a Nightborn. Man, I miss being Nightborn. God, Nightborn looks so cool. I miss being Nightborn. But after playing some Mythic Plus over in the beta, I knew that, yeah, Shadow Mode is still OP. Kinda gotta keep playing it. And of course, it's amazing in PvP too. But even in Mythic Plus is still really good. Alright, boys. Let me know when the teams are good. The Smurshka is ready. Johnny is... Never mind, someone left. Alright, Johnny needs a +1. So if you guys want to join him, they're going to be listed under Molten Core in just a second here. In just a second. So if you guys want to join, more than welcome to. The Smurshka, by the way, that was awesome, man. I'm glad seeing Rogues compete and Rogues doing well. Heck yeah. I think Sin Rogue, Kingsbane Daggers were in the house. No, but they also had an outlet weapon too. Like when they're walking through the door and there's like a box or it's like a woven basket, and next to this like pet, there's an eyeball that's a box. In the basket, there's the Outlaw Rogue artifact weapon from Legion Mage Tower. Okay, we need 2 more for Team Johnny. So if you guys want to join in, more than welcome to. Join Saya and Johnny. We need them, boys. But I do think it's a Sin Rogue because they have poisons, and when they do their attacks, it's like there's a green streak around those daggers. So I think it is an ambush in the opener, and I think the next hit is, I don't know, looked like a backstab kind of, or maybe just another ambush, and then you step behind the target, and then evade them. But I can totally see Shadow Strike, backstab, eviscerate, but either way. It's a sick animation though, isn't it? It's so sick, it's so cool. I remember like reacted on stream yesterday, man. I thought it was so neat. I actually even posted on Twitter that part specifically. That part of the animation specifically. It looks so cool. I loved it. It's so good. 14 seconds of just absolute goodness. It's just a rogue, no specific spec. Maybe. But like they're wielding swords or daggers. It's hard to tell really. They look like swords in a sense. It looks good. It looks good. I can afford my dagger W. There it is, man. Wait, you gotta afford a dagger? Wait, PvP one? PvP dagger? Let's go. How did the best paladin lose to DH twice? Leech, apparently. Demon Hunter's got a lot of leech, so they got a lot of sets of variability right now. So Demon Hunters, between the shields that they're using, between Blade Dance and Fell Rushes, which they can do twice now. Well, I mean, they always could do it. They just never ran it as a talent. But now they got a bit of a shielding from that and the leech while meta. It is really, really strong. I do like that it's changing though. So it's not just paladin walking in 1v5 every time. I do like that the meta is shifting. It doesn't mean paladin's a battle or something. Look at Side's performance. You can tell he's not doing bad. PvP dagger offhand 30% more spell power than stat. Oh, that's huge. Big spell power value. Yeah, Christos, I think it is like a subtlety rogue or an assassination. Like you could say it's just a rogue, no specific spec, but like I like to imagine it is a spec. That is just me. I haven't played much. I've been leveling DK. I haven't played much, but leveling a DK and Holy especially, I'm not disappointed. That is playing the game. Leveling is playing. What are you talking about? Or you just haven't been playing much, but anytime you do play for a little bit, you just leveling DK. I was not disappointed. Final Fantasy Fantasy, I like it too. I like it as well. I think it does look really good. So Johnny needs a couple more Bonnies. Who do we invite else to the groups? That is the question. That is a question, boys. Who else do we invite? Is there like a... Is it like low frame rate for webcam? I think it is. Huh. Cause look, smooth, not smooth. Oh, you guys should have said something. I still have the whole waiting for Azeroth thing on the thing. Damn it. You know what I do? Chat, you know what I do every time I start the stream? Let me tell you. I pop into the stream, I correct the webcam, and then I cover myself with the chat. You know why? I feel like a lot of streamers end up looking at their own OBS and looking at the way that they look too hard. And then you just start to feel like self-conscious. To prevent that, I literally cover myself with the chat so I can't see like a portion of my chat. Or a portion of my stream preview. I don't want to see how I look. I can't change that. I can't change it in the moment. You know what I mean? Then I can't see anything that's above me. So any bullshit I put up above my head, I don't know what it is. You guys gotta tell me about it. Now I'm in a busy work schedule. I've only played for a couple of days, and even without old talents on hold, it feels good. Not like a festering wound crap. Oh, dude, I like it. I like it myself too. I don't like the whole festering wound stuff either. Nemi! Hey, Nemi. 5v5 duels tonight. If you want to join, well, it's gonna invite. Shadow. Where's already in? Where's Bayek? Bayek ain't on today, unfortunately. Where's Rick? Probably. You know why? You know where Rick is at actually? You know where Rick is at actually? You know where Rick is at? He's probably at home, and he doesn't have any electricity still. That's probably what's happening. I want to see how you look. Show me that. Dork. Oh, come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. What's up? What's up, Brack? How you doing, man? You're having a good one. We got 2 more spots if you guys want to join in for duels. 2 more. Speed time. I see he's in a dungeon right now. I was about to ask Dragon Attack, but I can't. Curdy. Hey, Buka. Hey, Lemon. I'm gonna see if he wants to join. Blocks? We have enough blocks on second. NTG. I'll invite him anyway. What if I send another 40? Bro, I ain't gonna... hold on, Taco. I appreciate the donos. I really, really do. Appreciate the support. That being said, bro, I am not gonna get myself banned on YouTube. I am not gonna expose myself like that for 40 bucks. You know what? If you wanted a realistic number, right? A realistic number, it would need to be a set amount of money where I'm off and I'm set for life. And I can support my mom and my brother. It would need to be that much money. So I could just be like, you know what? That's it. Let me just expose myself on the internet. Then I could just go crawl under a rock. At least I could live out the rest of my life in great comfort. It would have to be that much money for me just to be like, you know what? Let's end it. My entire reputation, anything I've built up, I'll have to change every single name of my WoW character. I have to change guilds. I have to change like where I live. I have to move. I have to change everything in my life. But that's the only way I'd go about it. So no, Could be a secret. A gentleman doesn't oogle and tell. Well, at least you're a gentleman. That being said, I have something called self-respect. I haven't had it for 5 years, but I'm regaining it now, damn it. Do a fan meetup so we can cross swords like real men. Maybe. That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility. That and leveling. At least questing is slower and mobs hit a bit harder. Do they? Which I also like. It's a win-win for the first time in a long time. I think they need to add like a hardcore leveling mode to retail WoW. Like, so questing could feel difficult. Kind of like hard when they had the heroic world tier in Legion Remix, where you didn't pull like 20 mobs at a time and just nuke them. You actually had to fight mobs one at a time. I enjoyed that. And looks like we got 5. And looks like we got 5. Man. Very good. Yeah, I think it'd be cool if they did that. Okay. Let me send you guys into a... We did Hook. We did... we haven't done a Rook. What's a Rook? It's not doing only Dal. Or is there a thing? Only Dal, huh? Only Dal, huh? Imagine though, you could see all of these, like you could see all, dude, if I did only Dal, imagine how many toes you'd be able to see in a single picture, man. You could see all of my party piggies. Literally all of them. Does anybody call them party pig? Have you ever heard anybody call toes party piggies? I heard it like a couple of months back. Somebody was trialing with us or something. His girlfriend calls toes party piggies, and it just stuck with me since. That have two images in my head. No. Oh, I'll be your first sub. First and only. Dagger required, so plus 60 spell power from a single item. Damn, dude. Oh wait, you're actually showing it too. Yo, flashing the dagger out there. Whoa, it actually is a crit rating too. Oh my god, that is a massive upgrade to what you had. Insane. Insane, dude. Which? Poor Dal. We got ourselves Saya or for that team 1. What did you guys pick up? We still have Leo. We got ourselves a Boom Kid though. RJ Meow together with Violence and Sir. Is it Surion? I can't even tell, dude. These names are tiny. Do I need to go and increase the text in these names? Goers is gonna be first up versus the Feral Droid or Boomkin, the Boomy Droid. As he's got himself Hunter's Mark. Actually, Hunter's Mark, 3% more damage done to the target. Actually, kind of valuable. Actually, kind of good. Not gonna lie. I think the 5% and 8% or higher, like in the opener for Mark Switcher, probably was better because this means huge aim shots. But 3% at all times is kind of good, honestly. Laktar Buka, how you doing, my man? Hope you having a good one, guy. Some healing out for RJ Meow. He's gonna have to use a lot of bursts, I think, in order to get some pressure. He's actually getting some decent pressure to Guerreros. Just got himself full incarnation. Wait, are you not playing the incarnation together with the... Are you not Grove? You are a Grove Droid. You're just going in, just no trees needed, no burst needed, just incarn and let's just Star Search spam this guy down. And actually, Goeris, is he just dead? He does get a mushroom proc. Oh, not a... It's just... I can't believe it. I have not seen a balanced druid just rot and dot somebody like that. He just walked up with the incarn and just Star Surge, Star Surge, Star Surge, Star Surge, Star Surge, and just took him out like that. Oh yeah, RJ might just walk past the guy with a clone. You have a pet? Truck may not actually. Trucker may not have a pet. It is going to be yet another. Wait, is it? Does the Dryad spawn with trees or with incarnation? I don't think you pressed incarnation, did ya? Or is it like a random spawn? I don't even understand. The trees were in play for a little bit. Trucker just get hit with a couple of dots. RJ Meow just trying to see if he can get himself some survivability here. That is going to be a glaze spinning around him. The shotgun is out. Trying to see if he can shoot down the bear. Make some fur rug out of him. Is going to be a clone. Tried to go for a clone. Did not get it. Does get that clone. Drinking to follow. It is going to be RJ back into travel form. May need to go bear and self heal if you got anything. Disarm onto Trucker for just a second. As it's going to be regrowth for him. Just trying to see if he can recover even a little bit into a full-on bear. He's just regrowth into bear, regrowth into bear. That's all he has to do. He can do at this point. He is going to be able to get himself a little bit of recovery as Trucker trying to see if he can go for a camo reset. Actually, maybe the play for the Hunter. Because, I mean, as soon as you don't have the mobility to catch up to a druid, you're just going to sit there and cast it himself. He's in a good spot. He's actually next to the eye. In case the hunter goes to pick it up. Flare down. I was thinking almost found him, but no, the freezing trap is what catches him, really. Fighting shot. So you are gonna have to pop into bear form. It's Trinket Bear. Has to go for Trinket Bear. Second stun with a boomstick flying in. It is gonna do quite a decent bit of damage. Disarm, I don't think stops the boomstick though. It is gonna be a quick roar. There's armor aim out. Does he go for damn? He is gonna go for damn. Trees, Incarn, he knows he got Star Surges. He just gotta catch up to Trucker. Just gotta get a trap to Trucker. Trying to see if he could get him. Maybe with the traps around the corner. I think I was able to trap the Dryad. But he still got plenty of damage, plenty of birds. Just continuing to pump at him. Try to go for a kick. Does not connect. Quick clone. Catching up on healing. Do you have any damage to follow up? Get another clone. It is going to be a turtle. Got himself regrows. He just continues to cast. He stands his grounds and casts his spells. Picking those casts very, very carefully. As he got a quick roar. Does he have anything to follow up? Cyclone, Root, Silence, everything. Has the dots ready to go. I do like with the boom kit how they're able to buff up the dot damage now this is no longer part of the mastery. They didn't want to make sure the dots are still good, and he's got Star Surges back to back. That Dryad still continues to hit him even through behind the wall. Breathing trap on around the corner or around left side. Wait, the Strucker just died of the dots? Second one. Another one bites dust. Is it just a hunter thing? Chat, is it just a hunter thing, or is it just RJ Mao is really, really good? Holy. Now, Smeshka is going to be up next, though. The boom kit does not have a trinket. Does have a Barak skin. But can he go up against a rogue, though? I don't know if it is just raw dot damage, but also good Star Surges, like very aggressive Star Surges. You have to give opener? No. If you just want to sit and stealth the entire time, you don't have to. It's up to you. It's up to you. Look, if you get sapped while in cat form is unfortunate. If you want to be in bear to make sure you have defenses, you don't have to give an opener. No. If you just want to sit in cat the entire time and just chill, you can. Yeah. Ain't no rules on that. Play to win. Or it's even better if you play to win, but if you want to give the other person an honorable duel, that's also like, it's not mandatory, but definitely something the community loves seeing. Like if let's say like somebody ends up dueling, right? And they're super, super low, but then you get a quick recovery and you give them a chance just to get a recovery, at least you max health. That's an honor duel. An honorable match. You don't have to literally sit there and give them like full defenses or whatever. You don't have to give them nothing, actually. If you want to attack them with a super low, you're more than welcome. So there ain't no rules against that. How's MM anyway? I don't see as much MM. I see a lot of BM recently. Cloak shadows for the rogue. Dude, hold on a second. RJ Mao might just actually be able to take this full. Is he just going for a full clean sweep? Because the rogue is immediately taking some damage. Got dots. Got dance. Cheap shot. But you don't have a trinket, unfortunately. Maybe bear form. Disarm. Disarm is going to help. I think it actually stopped that secret technique from doing a lot of the damage. Is going to go for the retreat in order to get himself a quick backflip to stay on top of the rogue. Force an advantage out of him. And another set of eyes is still available. Smoke bomb. RJ Mao knows exactly where the rogue is at. Is going to knock him out. Gouge for a second. Does he have a dance? Does have a kidney shot. Unfortunately, that is going to be a huge burst out for the rogue, though. Huge, massive go. Roar, clone, no trigger for the rogue. RJ Mao, you got a couple of seconds until the clone is off. Unless you go for a reclone. Is going to go for the root into the rogue. No cloak of shadows, no vanishes for the rogue. Maybe this is where the pharaoh, the boomkit can make something happen. Going for a healing while the dryad is harassing him from around the corner. Still got the rogue dotted. Taking a little bit of raw damage, little by little. Disarm as he goes past him. With trees going to be in play, that's going to add a little bit of nice damage. Bear form, in case there's going to be a stun out of the rogue. But the rogue does not go for a stun yet. He wants to wait until out of bear form. Cat form, DFA, bear form. He knows exactly what to be in. He knows exactly what form to be in. Bar skin really, really early. Goes in for a start since he got resources. Cheap shot by the rogue. It is his opening right here. Is it going to be enough? I think the rogue does take it. Oh, I was going to say, with the dodge though, maybe would have still died. But Surion did not want to find out. Look at his smog though, man. Oh my, he's got the maze shower set. It's so good looking. It is so good looking. It's gonna go for a step versus a Paladino. Lowell's Pallet get a hit in the opener by the rogue. Is it gonna be a pre-cloak maybe? It does go for the pre-cloak. I think he went in for a hodge, but now Lowell's Pallet may be looking for a lay on hands or a bubble. Blind by the rogue. And the rogue should be aware that this is gonna be the next go by him. Next go by the rogue. As long as he gets a proper stun on everything, it is gonna be a bubble or something. You better have an escape. Lay on hands. Can you continue? Can you follow up? Evasion. Does he have enough damage? Can he keep the pressure rolling in? As long as he's got cooldowns, maybe. But as soon as he's out, wait. Secret technique. Big damage. Bubble. That's perfect. If you can vanish out safely, you still got a hammer over your head. I don't think it's gonna pop. It does not pop. It still does this whole thing where if it's like vanishes out, if you stealth out of it, it doesn't do much at the end, which is unfortunate. Sap by the rogue. And the paladin has access to trinkets. Rogue also has access to trinket actually. Hodge, kidney shot, trades with a cheap shot to follow up. Secret technique, blind last second. Does so spell warden, but I don't know if spell warden helps you. Actually, does Rogue just backstab? Rogue, I think you just backstab him to death. I think you gotta backstab him and eviscerate. You can try to catch a reset, but I think you just gotta backstab him to death. Unless you're just waiting for the stun. I think you should be able just to backstab him to death. I know backstab does not do a lot of damage. I think it might have been enough. Backstab and get one good eviscerate. But maybe not. Maybe not. He's trying to make sure he get himself a nice... Yeah, I think it's over for the paladin. He doesn't have a trinket, doesn't have bubble, he doesn't have anything to follow up. Shield of Vengeance is barely going to keep him alive here. Big coup de grace. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait. Oh, did I underestimate him? Did I underestimate this duel? Did I miscalculate my take there? Was that a wrong take? The paladin is not out. I thought it was over. The paladin is not out, but at this point, cheap shot. I think it's over. Yeah, it's over. That's a good eviscerate. I think the rogue might have played it really well when playing it safe. It got close, but he did play it safe. I don't know what you have versus this guy. Shadow Blades with kidney shot. You have another dance. You have cheap shot. No, he doesn't have cheap shot. Cloak of Shadows though. He does able to stun lock the whole spear opener by the warrior, and is actually able to walk away. He's able to walk away. You just got a couple of seconds. You got to wait until dance is back up and available. And then you also have an evasion to follow up. No more trinket for the warrior. I don't know if you're going to be able to evasion a Stormbolt though. I feel like that almost never gets evasioned easily. Cheap shot. Do you have enough? This is going to be it. Secret technique immediately opener. Fear by the warrior is going to go for a bolt here. May not have enough damage to follow up though. And evasion is available for the rogue. I think evasion just stay in, right? Evasion and stay in. Got yourself a coup de grace. Building some combo points. Oh, but the charge as you jump mid-air does DC you. That is unfortunate. That is so unfortunate. The rogue was doing so good, and then the game DCs him. This is why you should never jump around. Ever. The charge, root, jump. That I would be fuming if I was that rogue. I would be upset. Because it was like, Blizzard, come on. Blizzard, come on. Why am I getting DC'd when it goes in for a charge and I'm mid-air? I'm just jumping, man. I'm jumping. You're meant to jump around in WoW. That's part of the fun, man. I'm a night elf. I want to see some backflips while I'm PvPing. Come on, dude. But it's going to be full blind out for Leo. Stun on to protect. Full army in play. Disarm, but he goes in for yet another stun. And it's just an overwhelming display of power by the Unholy Death Knight. Nothing you can do. But did well. Did well for the time being. Dude, RJ Meow did real good, though. Look at this damage and healing. Well done. I'm surprised he did such a good job. He almost defeated his Merchant too. Like, that one was really close. Really close. You just cannot underestimate a rogue. But if you go against a hunter, apparently RJ Meow got those boys in his sights. Let me know if you guys are all good. Leo and Johnny. Johnny says team is ready. Team is all good. Nemi, what's up? Okay, I can get you in. Yeah, Nemi does message me back, but we already got groups. Unless we need more spots in the other team. I mean, Naspershka, let me know if the team is all good or if you guys need more bodies. One sec, we're logging. Okay. Just let me know when you're good and we'll send it. Shadow Fury, Shadow Bolt is a guaranteed one-shot combo. Really? On the big damage, Shadow Fury back in retail. Shadow Fury, Shadow Bolt. Was Shadow Fury an execute back in Classic, or was it just like just an ability you get to press every so many cooldowns? That seems pretty solid. But I think them making it execute right now in retail makes sense. Because it's like, otherwise it's competing with Chaos Bolt. 20-second AoE stun. Oh, Shadow Fury. I, for some reason, read it as Shadow Burn. That's my bad. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, Shadow Fury. That makes sense. Yeah, Shadow Fury is not that different. It just doesn't no longer deals damage. It's just a stun. Maybe deals some damage, but very little. Yeah, Shadow Burn. That's where my brain went. You could see why I got so Confucius. Let's send you guys into a down sewers, I guess. Yeah, man, that they gotta fix the DCs. I know it's pre-patch. I know it doesn't really matter that much, but they gotta fix the DCs. Even in pre-patch, they should fix the DCs. Because that's just it's just annoying. You're just jumping around and you get charged. That's it. You can't play the game. TYLI, you're good, RJ, man. You're good, man. You're good. As long as you're having fun, my man. Shadowbolt is a shadow fart these days. Even looks like one too. Like the animation? I don't hate the animation of Shadowbolt. Can't say that I hate it. The thing is though, Shadowbolt used to be, because it's like the classic design was you just spam Shadowbolt as your main ability, and that's really it. You don't really press many other buttons. Like you would put up dots and then Shadowbolt was your filler. But nowadays, Shadowbolt is a setup for something greater. So you summon demons, but you need a couple of Shadowbolts to do so. So it's a filler that summons awesome things. Or Affliction, you don't even press it anymore. You just press Drain, I guess. Which? They need Decimation Bolt back. I think that would help. Yo, Protect. I didn't know you were cool like that. I didn't know you were fresh like that. On the arms, Warrior? My man. We got a big old... This man is like, you know what? I just missed the Chocobos. I missed those Silverman Chocobos. I'm just going to give myself a fat turkey for the time being. It looks so good. Saya versus the other Paladino is going to be blessing a Saint immunity by... Who is this man? Los Pala. That's who it is. I had to look through the bright, holy lights of these two Paladins hitting each other. Just flashbangs. Oh, wait, Los Pala, you might just die. Lay your hands 1 second as the hammer comes down. Ooh, baby. It's going to be laying hands out for side 2, so it is going to be a bit of a chess match between the two. It might be Los Pala going for a bubble here really early. Try to see if he can survive long enough to maybe go for a Spell Warden. Maybe Spell Warden. Stun onto Saya. Might be able to wait long enough for Spell Warden to come back. Saya is going to have to get a Hodge here early. Otherwise, Los Pala is going to have to go for a bubble. Does he get a Spell Warden? Does get a Spell Warden. I don't know if Saya went for a Bob, though. He is going to go for Regenerate, but you can still auto-attack him. You can still auto-attack him. He can still rebuke you. Ah, that is hilarious. They both thought they had immunity, but it's like, nope, you ain't immune. You ain't immune, buddy. Los Pala does eat a Hodge. It has a trinket for it. Just needs to survive. If you can get... Oh, he might need to go for Bubble. But if you can get Bubble out for Saya, at least I think it puts the two on an equal footing. Does he go for a full stun? Full Wake of Ashes. Is it enough? Saya does go for the bubble, but now the Los Pala's got nothing but his own survivability. He has to heal one way or another. Shield of Vengeance is in play. But now Saya does not have an immunity. Shield of Vengeance up for both of them. If Los Pala gets a stun and like a full burst combo, Saya could go down. Stun onto Los Pala first though. Does not have an out. Does he have a reversal? Blessing a Saint out for Saya for a second. Los Pala needs to live. He just can't go for a Hodge at all though. And that's going to be how Saya wins that. Pressured the other Paladin. Had to go through every immunity to win that, but he does end up coming back out on top. Rapid Drain's back. Feels good. You mean like for Affliction in terms of... You know, Drain is a good button. I just always like Shadowbolt for Affliction. I kind of like how Shadowbolt did some actual damage. I also like how it's instant casted. It's instant. You don't need to sit there and like have a faster channel. I always preferred it, to be honest. I'm pretty sure it's just Drain is better damage-wise, but I always preferred it. Yo, what's your name? Uduli? Uduli. I don't even know how to say your name properly, but it is UD... What is it? Udali? Okay. This man is looking like a Defiance Brotherhood bandit out here, bro. It is looking kind of cool, honestly. I kind of like his mog. Got himself full burst, big damage. Combustion, unfortunately, does not go all the way through. He's going to have to go for a block here really early, so he does not get a proc on that Cauterites versus the Paladino. Do you move now when you're blocked? I thought you freeze, but never mind. I guess you do wiggle around a little bit. Udali is going to go for an invis with some food. But Saya, unfortunately, is right next to... Saya, look to your right. Saya. Ah! Did you invis a second time? What is that? Is invis really only a minute? It feels like this man invis twice. Saya did not see that man at all. He sat next to him just eating Udali. Yeah, he just sat out there eating his mana buns. And it's going to be a combust together with Phoenix. If he can somehow push Saya out in the open so that Phoenix does the damage, that thing is going to really tear him apart. That is a lot of combustion damage. Saya getting rooted. Does not want to be rooted where he's at right there. Try to see if he can cut him into the Ring of Frost. It does not connect. Udali is going to take a lot of damage. He's a shield, but unfortunately Saya with the shield advantage able to cleave him down right then and there. Gouged by the rogue. I think it is Nesmershka. Yes, it is Nesmershka. Got himself plenty of shadow strikes. Cheap shot to follow. And Saya does go down with the next rogue. Nesmershka catches a reset before Surion is able to jump him. I do like his Mog though. It is so good. And the tabard is also excellent. Look at that thing. Oh my god. Even the daggers kind of match it too. Oh, it looks so good. It looks so good. Nesmershka though is in a decent spot, I think. He doesn't have Shadow Blade, so the other rogue is going to have an advantage in that regard, but still, both rogues have plenty of burst, and I don't think they need Shadow Blades to kick down one another. Nesmershka is still going to be able to get a lot of damage to Sirloin. Surion, I want to call him Sirloin, because for some reason I read the I as an L. But Surion does get a cheap shot onto Nesmershka. Nesmershka with a blind. Can he go for a sap? It's going to be in combat. AoE is going to put him back in the combat into a blind. Oh, Surion is actually in a good spot. Does he go for a cheap shot? He has to go for a cheap shot. Sap, smoke bomb. Surion may just win this. No, wait, huh? Oh, I think Nesmershka. Holy, dude, I didn't realize Nesmershka was going to sit that CC so short. He got out of the sap so fast and landed a sap on the other guy. I don't even understand how. Into a disarm. As there's going to be violence trying to see if he can take down Nesmershka. Nesmershka landing a cheap shot on him. Chicken immediately vanished to follow. Nesmershka rushing past him with an evasion available. Do you have a Shadow Melt? Do you have a stealth? No, he does not. He just had to sprint past him. Sprinted past him, hoping the Violence is looking for a reset. Violence may pick up the ice here, but if he does, then especially he's going to get the opener on him. Now they should know have a trinket. He got dance, he got blades, he got everything. It really came down to a chess match. Whichever rogue finds the other first, now I think is an immediate winner. That sub-rogue damage is in burst in particular is so crazy right now. It is crazy. I don't know if it's enough to actually take it down completely, but it definitely can do a lot of damage if you land quite a bit of crits. It'll definitely get you pretty low. Ooh, I think it might be over for Violence here. He does have cheat death actually, so maybe that keeps him alive. Kidney shot. Oh my god. Ugh. Cheat death did not care. He literally cheated death. He cheated cheat death. What is that? What is that? Yo, Nesmershka had everything there, blades and everything available. Maybe that's why he's Trickster. Trickster damage is really good right now. Those unseen blaze strikes are really awesome. Plus you get that crit damage with the shadow strikes when they do land the crits. It is very, very good. Very good. Leo trying to see if he can catch up to Nesmershka. Death and Decay down. Gouge to follow. Landing a kidney shot. He knows that it's going to be an unholy death knight. He just got to live for 10 seconds until Vanish backup unavailable. Is going to have to go for Cloak of Shadows with a bit of a sippy cup. Trying to make some damage happen. DFA. Vanish to follow maybe? Oh no! Trinket. Vanish. Now he's got some survivability. I don't know if you can wait out the army of undead. If you don't have diseases, you will be able to. No, someone is keeping him in combat. Smoke bomb for a second. Leo tried to see if he can catch up to him. Death and Decays are down. He's going to be able to catch him. Cheap shot by the rogue, but he does have an out, unfortunately. The rogue's still trying to make a play, but I don't think he can do much. He got Leo super low with an immediate disarm as the warrior rushes in. Protect does go for the spear. Unfortunately, Leo can just walk out of that spear. Unfortunately, he can literally just waddle out of it. Question is, does Protect have Blaze Storm? I don't know if he does have Blaze Storm. He does have Blaze Storm. Never mind. I was going to say Blaze Storm he would need it in order to catch up to Leo. He needs to get on top of Leo and go for a full demolish. I don't even think he even needs that actually. He just needs an execute. Protect got himself also parry, just parrying all those ghouls with the fear onto Leo. Just needs one good hit. Yeah. Oh my goodness. One big old chopper down. Just absolutely mauling him with that big old maul. Put the damage out of the boomkin immediately. He is not deterred by a big old berserking warrior. And looks like Protect does go down to the dots and the procs with Goeris. Last one left over for that team too. And last time RJ now fought a hunter, he actually didn't do that bad of a job. He actually did pretty good. Goeris is still in camo. He looks like he's not in camo, but he's definitely in camo when he's skulking around like that. Got him some Bestial Wrath. He is actually in a pretty decent spot for RJ now, who's going to go up above, rooting those pets so the pets actually cannot follow up to him. And Goeris got out there by himself. I think RJ Mao is just looking for survivability and recovery right now. While Bestial Wrath is active, he knows that this pet's are going to be fairly effective. Now that they are Bishop Rifles down, that's an opportunity to potentially make something happen. Guerreros is waiting until he gets himself full CC combo, meld out by the druid. He can kind of wait it out a little bit. It is going to be a stun. Trinkets out of it. I don't know if he really needed to trinket, but I think he's just trying to be very, very careful not to sit CC for too long. He got himself a decent position with the pets getting rooted. He is going to be able to stabilize with the regrowth. And we are at the 9-minute mark with a 47% dampening, so the healing is actually very dampened. But the druid is still able to go for solid regrowth in order to get a lot of recovery. Trees are in. Incarn got him some star shortage for Guerreros. Quick Roar does not connect. Unfortunately, Turtle Shell is out. RG Mao is going to be able to get himself a little bit of healing. And Guerrero is still out in the open. Question is the dot damage going to be enough for RJ Mao? Because he definitely wants to make those incarnation do a lot of damage. That is a big stampede though. He's trying to see if he can avoid those pets as best as possible. I don't know if he'll be able to. It just might be light. Yeah, and looks like the Beastmaster Hunter Guerreros was able to land him in his sights. I like the animation he's got going here. It's so good. I don't like how you're red because I can't really see the details, the fine details on that gun. But yeah. The Smurfs can pick it up 3. I didn't realize the Smurfs could win 3 like that. He's just popping off against these rogues though, in particular. Quite good damage. Let's get another one going, boys. Let me know when you guys' teams are good and ready. Johnny immediately whispering me, Wolf Sniper Rifle. Is that what it is? It's a really good one. Isn't that a, isn't it from Karazhan? Karazhan, waiting for relock. Cool. Let me know when you're good in the Smushka and we'll send another one. But you choose Karazhan. It's from Karam. Nice. I don't know all of my mogs and all of my items super well, I realized. Or rather, a lot of the times I think I don't. So I ask you guys, because sometimes I do have it right, but I'm just not 100% myself. Like sometimes I'm just going like off of a gut feeling. It's like I've seen the item, I just don't remember where. And if I had to guess where, Karazhan, because I don't think it was anywhere else in TBC. It was like a really unique item. And sometimes I'm right, sometimes I'm not. I think it's a P1 bis. Is it actually? Phase 1. 100 attempts to get it. Right scenario to spawn. Oh, it's a scenario thing? Is it like the Hold on. Is it the play? Is it that's that what it's from? Opera Hall? Wolf Slayer Sniper Rifle. You're right. Wait, so these items can only spawn depending on which version you get. The Big Bad Wolf, Romeo, Juliet, Wicked. Is that how it works? That's crazy if true. Yeah, look in general. Oh, okay, so you can only spawn if it's from Big Bad Wolf. I'm assuming that they changed it since, right? Or does it still work the same way? I'm assuming they would have changed it since then. Wolf, Slayer, Sniper Rifle. It does look so good though, dude. Look at that. Oh. They were really cooking back in... This was back in TBC, man, and they made a hell of a good-looking gun. I feel like they haven't made good-looking guns since this one. I like how there's a barrel. That's hilarious, honestly. A revolver barrel to it. A revolver style, like, reloader or whatever. I don't know my guns super well, but, you know what I'm saying though, right? You know what I'm saying though, right? Let's do a, Lordaeron. Let's do Lordaeron. No opera event is in a cycle, and the loot is in a cycle too. I assumed that they would have changed it for retail, but maybe you're right. Maybe this still is a cycle loot. I think it's in a cycle. At least people were really good at guessing. Did it cycle like once a week type of deal? Like every reset it's a new fight, or it's like every time you enter is different fight? Is it actually random? Like you go in and just randomly choose an encounter? Maybe there's like something like an NPC spawn or some kind of like a telltale sign that kind of tells you which event is going to be before you do it. I wouldn't know. I never paid attention to it. Once a week? Oh, okay. Quick. Got it. Had no idea. And carry more than one character? Nah, okay. Got ourselves Sayo over for the team 1, but he's not first out. It is Leo. Over on that team, we also got RJ out. We got ourselves Surion as well as Violence. He's gonna be stunned by the Paladino Los Palam off the bat. Full burst, available for all the damage, all the go. Shield of Vengeance with, I was thinking Blessing of Sank, but no, actually delayed it really late and actually never got a chance to use it. It's gonna go for Blessing of Spell Warden, so he's able to remove a lot of shadow damage, the frost damage from the casters, but the physical damage from the addons still does not go anywhere. It still actually does not go anywhere whatsoever. Man is just trying to live into a bubble right after, not giving the Death Knight any chance to respond here whatsoever. DK may have to burn his death back here really early. But I think that's what the Paladin knows, is like he's gonna get death strikes. I can't let him get any death strikes whatsoever. For Leo, he gotta get himself that range damage, man. That's all he can do right now, is do as much range damage as possible. Let the mages just do a lot of the work. Try to see if he close the gap. A couple of heals here and there. Looking for a potential interrupt. If Los Pala does go for another cast, stun to follow. Los Pala could be in trouble. Does not have an out. Lay on hands, unfortunately, still available. Unfortunate for the Death Knight. Amazing for the Paladin. Though for Leo, I think there's still a glimmer of hope here. He's not out of the duel just yet. Dampening not super high, and you can still summon up a lot of undeads to your side. You are getting super low in health. Maybe a death strike. Death strike's barely keeping him alive. Is it going to be enough though? But looks like Los Pala is able to slam him down with yet another Templar's verdict. The Violence does end up taking him out really quickly. Well done. Is it going to be who's the other guy? Who's the other rogue here? Who is this guy? What's your name? I don't even know. What is that? Letter T, there's a letter A, there's a letter T, D, A, Yo? What's your name? Hold on, I'm gonna try to pronounce his name as it reads. Tetsdue. Tetsday? I have no idea. I'm trying to pronounce as best I can. Tets. I can do Tets. We're gonna call him Tets. Tets off the bat, but Tets, what are you doing to this man? They're just having an all-out brawl. Pop, evasion, shadow strike, and pass each other. Just trying to murk one another. Tets versus Violence. I am so sorry if that's not your name, but that's all I can get out of your name. Holy, got himself those shadow strikes back to back. Gee, death for Violence. Does he have enough? He needs to get CC unless he's gonna go. Unless it's just over for him. Blind for a second. Is it enough? Shadow strike. Yeah, he does get it with the bandage fall immediately. Does himself a Phantom Knight spinning for Surion. Try to see if he can take him down, but Tets is able to escape. No trinket available for him. Trinket available for Surion. It's gonna be okay. Holy man, I'm still looking at your name. Why the letter? Like, what, Blizzard, why did you make the text on his name? Like, it's text for ants. Like, what is happening? Trying to look, dude. My god, dude. My eyesight is already bad. I wear contacts for a reason, but Jesus. Is that a Z after D, actually? I don't think it's an A. I think it's a Z. I can't even tell, dude. I can't even tell. I can't even tell. I can only go with Tets. Tetsuzaya? Tetsuzaya? Is that what his name's supposed to be? Tetsuzaya. Tetsu. I guess you would just go. Oh, there's a U in there. There's an U, so it is Tetsu. It is Tetsuzaya. Zaya. Zaya. Okay, Tetsuzaya. Okay, that helped me. There's literally a letter in between all those letters that I couldn't even tell. Oh my god. I feel like I'm taking crazy pills with this guy's name. I'm trying to pronounce it correctly, but it's Tetsuzaya. Okay, I can see how you get that. I feel like that is not how you spell it, but I can see how you get that with those letters. I can see how you can get it. Thank you, Smershka. I couldn't tell. This text is tiny. There's literally a letter that I couldn't even see. It just blends together. Maybe I should go, dude. I only recently got an eye exam. Maybe I should go back in, bro. It is expensive, but I think I may get another one at this point. Sirion does get a full kidney shot. Trinket available. Zaya does go for a disarm, but it's going to be a blind reset. Still, he needs to have a go. He needs to have a follow-up. What the hell? What is that? He got like an image following Sirion. He got like a shadow clone jutsu happening over here. Cheap shot right after. Does Sirion have enough damage? Tetsuzaya is going to take lots of hits. Does end up turning around. Vanish to follow. It is going to be a cheap shot. Oh, he does secure the win. Oh my god. It is him. This guy's insane. The turnaround. He has a little ghost. Maybe that's why he's playing that distractibility. Maybe he's like, if they're in stealth and I'm gonna throw down the ghost, maybe I can do a bit of confusion here. Mess with their minds, avoiding that roar so well. We're walking around the tombstone in the center. Well done by Tetsuzayo. Actually doing a good job of avoiding CC. He definitely wants to find a way to get RJ Mao out of bear form in order to lock him down in the stun. RJ Mao is picking up another set of eyes. He's gonna go for a Moonfire, try to go for a Moonfire. If Tetsuzaya goes in for a sap around the corner, he'll be golden. WoNYXIA down for RJ. He's kind of expecting for the rogue to get an opener. Does go for a disarm onto the rogue. Smoke bound to follow him. Does get himself the trees. He does get damage. I don't know if he got a step available. Tetsuzaya is going to have to go for a bit of a reset behind the pillar. He needs a calm point, so he wants to go for a stun, but a bear form is going to stop a lot of that go. He's like, you know what? I'm going to peel out. Bear form is going to stop too much of my damage. I need to wait. Get a shot. Get a stricken out of the druid. Maybe a blind to follow up. Tetsuzaya does not have a cloak of shadows, but he might just be able to sit and live behind the pillar. Got himself to get another step. Dance is available. Shadow strikes flying. There goes a blind. I don't think he can go for a proper cheap shot. Oh, maybe he can. Maybe he can. He got another dance. Shadow strike. He got shadow blades. He got cheap shot. Wait a second. Do he just bust through the tough bear exterior? No, he does not. RJ now able to survive while in bear form. Well done for him. With Goeris immediately hits him with a hunter's mark. RJ Mao goes in a little cubby over there. Regrow spam is available. Trying to see if he can find Goeris. Able to get dots and a root onto those pets at the very least. The pets apparently do break. Is it Bishop random breaks it? And that is a nice stampede angle by Goeris. Is going to be silenced on the RJ for a second. Turtle shell out for the hunter. Just trying to wait out any kind of damage out for RJ. Especially while he's got the dryads in play. Disarm for a second. Biting shot for a moment. Got him so the start shirt is flying in back to back. Lots of procs, lots of damage. Actually able to put in a lot of crazy pressure onto Goeris. And as long as he gets a dodge that follow him afterwards, the start shirts are eventually going to take him down. Yet another stampede. RJ knows he goes in for a root. Quick heal. He needs to get whatever recovery he can. But unfortunately, that is going to be some auto attack, cobra shot damage on Goeris. And apparently it's going to be strong enough. With an immediate freezing trap onto Saya. Trinkets it right after. Saya is the last one left all for the team one, and he's got 3 players to get through. Goeris kind of left licking his wounds out in the open versus Saya. He can't really do much in terms of a big follow-up, and is going to be able to take him out. Next up, the Warrior. The Warrior needs to get Saya cooldowns out if you can. Does go in for a quick old reflect, but it's going to be Blessing of Protection. Protect, unfortunately, cannot really do much. He has to back up out of there. He just needs to wait it out. He needs to really time his trinket at a good spot. But now that Saya doesn't have anything to follow up here, that is a full parry for the Warrior. Avatar and a disarm. He will need to go for a demolish here at some point. Unfortunately, he does have a trinket. He chooses not to trinket out of the stun. He just needs to be very, very careful here. He definitely needs to go for demolish at some point. Does get himself a leap. Maybe something to follow up here. Or is he just dead? I don't know if he can do much. He needs a heal. He needs something. He needs anything. I think it just lights for him. Unfortunately, yeah, Protect I think is going to be down. Does go for a Strongbow, but a Judgment does connect. And it's going to be Nesmershka, last one left. Cloak Shadows and Land Hands are both available. The only way Nesmershka can get past both of those is if he lands an interrupt onto Saya. Land Hands in between of the burst. Cheap shot right after. And the Rogue with an evasion. Blind to follow by Saya. Does he have a stun to follow up? He does have a Wake of Ashes. And some way, somehow, it doesn't get a dot into the Rogue. Was that a cloak? I think it was a cloak for Nesmershka. But unfortunately, he still got dots on him. Unfortunately, he still does get caught out. And this is where Nespershka will need to play it very, very carefully. He has a trinket, so the next go by Saya, he can at least break out of it. But the next bubble could be really, really deadly. Okay, the shot does go for the bubble with a stun. He does not have a trinket. I don't know what he really trinketed, actually. What did he trinket? Or did he try to preempt a trinket, preempt a hodge, and then try to pre-trinket it? I'm not actually sure. I'm actually not 100%. But Nespershka trying to see if he can get out of it. I think it just might be lights for Nespershka. He got himself another dance, which is going to give him some healing, but nah. Syed is able to keep him under arm's reach and take him out. Syed doesn't bring it back, but that's dire, dude. That was some damage, man. That's so good. Bro, what do you mean? I'm not trying to mess up your name, dude. Trust me, I'm not trying to mess it up on purpose, man. I'm just... Look, I literally didn't see a letter in there, man. I've tried. I really have tried, dude. But now I got it. Now that we got the kings out of the way, I know how to say it properly. That's my B. That's my bad, man. That's my bad. You did really good, though. I really enjoyed the games. I love how you did that turn around on the rogue. I actually was surprised, man. I was legit surprised. Alrighty, where are we at with duels? Let me know if you guys' teams are good, and we'll send another one. Dude, these two duels have been excellent, man. I've been enjoying these a lot. Enjoying these a ton. Nespershka is ready. We'll see if Johnny's good to go. If Johnny's ready, then we are all ready. Then we are all ready. Class is giving people resources. I don't know if it is actually. What class is giving people resources? WTF, Druid or Evoke, we can give DDH Unlimited Fury, just I-beam. I didn't see which one. I wasn't meta in like every 15 seconds. Wait, what? What class gives people resources? Make a third group? Maybe, might just have to, man. Might just have to. If somebody wants to make a third group, you're more than welcome to. Johnny, let me know if you're good or if you need more bodies, man. We do have Nemi. We can get him in here as well. Or Primer. We can get you too as well. But let me know. It's more likely Prescience triggering more souls off of I-beam from doubling the hits. They did recently buff up the resource generation for Demon Hunter, did they not? So maybe it's like bugged and it's working better than people thought it would. Can make a third group. If you're more than welcome to, if you want to, Alex, yeah. You're welcome to if you wanna. Let's set up as under Molten Core. As 5V5 1v1 Duels. And then let the chat know that we got a third group. And then I'll show the chat how to join the group if they wanna. But give it a try. Let's do Tigers, I guess. Is there any arena we missed though? I know we haven't done Tigers, but with the Tigers. I was thinking maybe there's some arena we missed. Twimathi. It almost looks like Timothy, but like if you misspelled it completely. It's like if you're trying to write the name Timothy, but you've never been to school. Imagine if I was geared. Yo, that's a burst right there. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Look at that crit. Double crits too. You got 2 of them. That's nuts. Actually insane. Sewers? We done Dalaran Sewers. But we could have done Dalaran Sewers again, yeah. I know that we've done that one though. Gotta go with fun games. Thanks for coming by, man. Appreciate you. More than welcome to join us next week. We'll be doing these until pre-patch is over, and then we'll start doing them at midnight whenever we finish our final launches. Is it launch on Tuesday or Monday, chat? Which? Got ourselves Team 1 together with Get C. Is that what it is? Get C. Get the Hunter. I guess his name. Holy Sai on that team. We got Leo. We got ourselves also another Death Knight. If I can tell your name, Reverence. Wait, is it Reverence the? Is it Rev? Or is it a different Rev? I can't even tell. Wasn't Reverence on an A? But we got Reverence the. Wait. What's the name? Reverse Cow. Never mind. That's a bit of a different name than Reverence. Yeah, Reverse Cow is a bit different than Reverence. What is that name? Reverse Cow. I like that though. But Reverse is going to be first up as a Frosty Death Knight. Huh. It's going to be Goers immediately starting off with the big stampede, big bishop rat. The man is just running away from the pets as best as he can. Does get hit with a slow. Full start onto Goers, gripping him back in with a stun right after. Another hunter charging in. What is happening? Hold on a second. Whoa, 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 whoa. This ain't a 1v1 anymore. Getsy decided he's just going to get some right now. What is happening? What is going on? Wait, why are the two attacking him at once? What is happening? Hold on, it's a 1v1. What is going on, bud? What is happening? Huh? Well, Guerreros does get Reverse Cow killed, but Getsy then charges out. What is going on? Hold on. He just got 2v1, but he did take one out. You got to give Goers some credit there. Hold on a second. What just happened? Getsy is going to be up next with the Boomstick versus the Warrior, though. Got himself parry, Blaze Storm, everything available. Willing to go for a big old bursty if at all possible, unless he's Slayer. Actually, I think he is Slayer. I don't think he's a Demolisher Warrior anymore. What just happened? What just happened, chat? What is happening? Harpoon for a second out to protect. Does go for a Storm Bolt to follow. Getting himself this Read the Storm procs. Big lead by Getsy. Got himself big burst. But does he get himself the win here? I don't even know if he has the survivability for this. He does get damage, but a quick execute, quick cleave by Protect. Trying to see if he can back up out of there. Maybe second one will kick in fast enough, but it looks like Violence is going to be up there immediately. Cheap shot to follow. Go up, Raid Legacy on the multicore. Sounds good. Sounds good. Yeah, more than welcome to Cheap Shot out for Protect. This is going to go for a disarm with a bit of a reflect. It's going to be a trinket. Violence is going to hit with stuns back to back. The Warrior is just trying to live as best as possible. Living his best life here, but I don't know if he'll be able to do much. The Violence take him out with a couple more hits. Who's going to be up next? It's going to be... That's Dio. There we go. I had to make sure. I looked at the chat just to make sure I get it correctly. Bro, I have memory of Goldfish. I didn't remember his name. I literally look at it as this title, the name above the health bar, and that's what I go with. And I literally was looking at it, and I was really, oh my god, oh Jesus, it's a cheat death, and it doesn't matter. Cheated the cheat death. Wait a second, Violence gives himself a chance here. Cheap shot, killing shot. Is it enough? Violence. I don't know if it's enough. He's barely alive. Blind, dude. Violence is at least he's trying to make sure he's getting himself, he's keeping himself in the fight as best as he can. Into a disarm, gouge right after. Do you have enough damage? Violence picking up a little bit of health though. Actually picking up some health. Is it over? It's over. Tetsudayo does end up taking him out. Yeah. DK got a message from Leo saying kill the hunter to grieve stranger. Wait, what? DK got a message from Leo saying kill the hunter to grief stranger. Is that true? Is that real? I don't... It looked like the DK was the one dueling. Am I wrong? Leo? I don't think Leo would have said that, but now I'm confused. I mean, I guess both the Hunter and the DK just kind of jumped him. So maybe they both knew that was going to happen? I have no idea. I have no clue. Blind out onto Holy Sai. I assumed it just people got kind of confused of like, wait, it's a 1v1. Okay. I mean, the Hunter was able to take down one of them. It was unfortunate that he got 2v1, but he was able to take down the Death Knight, his priority target. He did ignore the Survival Hunter, so I guess he did get one. So it was really, really odd. I'm assuming the Goers probably would have been just fine dueling versus the DK. Probably would have won because, you know, if you won the 2v1, you probably would have won and been alive for the 1v1, I'm assuming. Zap out onto Saya. That's Dio just trying to see if he could make that secret technique work, but unfortunately Saya with the blessing is saying, unless you got an out, Dio I think might be in a bit of trouble. Even trying to see if he could step towards somebody in his team with a smoke bomb, trying to create some cover, but he's still dotting. Still rotting, unfortunately. Unless he can do something here. Pretty faint to the stun. Maybe that gives you a bit of survivability. Maybe. Barely. But it does. It actually does. Does go for the cheap shot. The Saya... Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Does he have a big go? Nope. Nope. I think he realized it. Espionage on the ranks. Maybe. Yeah, It is odd. And look, Saya given an opportunity to regenerate by Low's pallet. He could have rushed him, but he decided to give him the proper honor duel, man. He could have rushed him, but he decided to give him that proper honorable match. Or is it him? Okay, oh, it is him. I saw Nasperska spending energy. I didn't realize it was maybe. I thought maybe he was the one Shadow Strike at Saya. But Saya is actually given a proper chance to get a proper honor duel. He's actually been letting cooldowns come back little by little. I love how when you become Veracity, you hold your weapon. I love it. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. When you just got that Johnny form and you're running around with a sword, it looks so funny. It looks so goofy. It's like a kid running around with the toys, except he's running around instead of with scissors. He's just running around with what's it called? What's that weapon called again? Jake, help me out here. What's it called? Ash candy? Ash candy? That's what it is. It's Ash candy, but everybody in Dragonflight called it ass candy. Honestly. 2 games about violence. BB, I go to sleep. Thanks so much for coming by, Violent. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate ya. Ass candy. That's what it is. Ashbringer. Oh, I wish it was Ashbringer. No, it's Ash candy. This guy got Ashbringer. No, wait, no, he doesn't. He doesn't even have Ashbringer. No. Ashbringer is the one with like the blade with a sigil of the silver hand in like a disc thing that's carved in the blade that floats. It's way too iconic. Way too iconic. But Ashkandi, yeah. Yeah. I am glad they brought back the Ashkandi for Dragonflight though. I thought it was cool. Although they definitely should have made Neltharion the final boss. I feel like Sarkareth should have been penultimate boss and made him a little weaker. Removed a mechanic or two. And then made Neltharion the final boss. I feel like that would have been a much better final boss for the whole raid. Would have been too cool. Would have been too awesome. It is going to be... Saya doesn't have a bubble. Actually, hold on. Both paladins don't have any cooldowns. Hold on a second. Wait, does Saya just lose this? Low's Pal is just slamming him back to back with Templars. Big hammer hanging over the man's head. It's not enough to take him down, and Saya is looking for as much recovery as possible, but no mana whatsoever. And the mana game is being won by Low's Pala, who does have a trinket. Big wake of ashes. Take it out, Saya. With Leo being the last one left over for his team, charging out over at the Paladino. Is he gonna have enough here? Actually, I don't know. Maybe if Low's Pala has a lay in hands, maybe he lives, but I doubt it. I kind of doubt it, to be honest. I'm not saying I want him to lose. I just don't really know how Paladin survives this without a big immunity. It's just a lot of damage by the pets. Oh, it's over. Yeah, it is so over. Maybe Nasperska has something to work with here. Now that the army's gone, maybe he'll be able to wait in between the cooldown of the army being back up. He might be able to puncture through the defenses of Leo, but he's still got himself the gold. The big A-bomb still in play. Kidney shot does not go for a trinket out of that one. He just sits it for a little bit. Not even IBF. He's waiting for later. Saving it for a little bit later. Vanish really early out for Nasperska. Maybe he's going to go for that hit and run. Right? Really clean hit and run. Use that Vanish to get himself an out. And he's going to get back in. Get another opener. Opener Shadow Strike. Maybe Cheap Shot. Eyes are available. So Nasperska will not be able to do much. Does pre-feign this. As it's going to be Cheap Shot. IBF out. Cloak of Shadows by Nasperska really early. With actually no cloak. Just evasion. Trinkets out of the stun. Leo actually taking a huge hits of damage. Nasperska still has a cloak. With a Vanish out. No Vanish. Just a cloak. Does not go for a melt. But Leo is actually left with not a lot of health. Blind to follow. And Nasperska still got all these undeads that he's going to have to be dealing with here for a second. But he might be okay. He's not going to be able to catch a re-stealth, but if you can wait until the ends and go into Cheap Shot insta, he might be okay. Smoke Bomb is going to give him a bit of that cover. I think Leo has the army though. So if Leo can go for a proper army stun and just leave Nasperska by himself, he's just dead. For Nasperska, it's going to come down to can he get the proper stun opener here. Walking through Death and Decay. He does have a human racial. Army of Undead comes through. Stun into another stun. Leo just gotta go for a slow. Nasperska just dies into that full pile of undeads. Unless, no, he does go down. And only DK just gotta let the undeads claw him down. Does pick up 2. Well done, well done. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, boys. Let's go. That was so good. Heck yeah. You wanna go? You guys wanna go again or are we done? Are the groups still good? Are the groups still ready? Or are we done skip for the night? Because we had a lot of duels, man. We got through a lot of these. Sark was my first time orange logging as Prez. That show was so much fun. Yeah, I imagine it was really, really good. I know I didn't parse that one well when we first killed it though. Like a Mythic at all. Although, have you guys showed you my logs for Mythic this season so far? Like a pre-patch? Like, pre-patch logs don't matter, but Bro. Pre-patch. Look at me. I've been playing a lot. I've been playing, dude. I've been playing a ton. I still gotta get a better soul binder, but I don't think I can get it. Get a good one. You want in? Yo, Primer. We do have a group over with Johnny. They're listed in LFG. If you want to join them, you can real quickly. You're under Molten Core. Now, Smershka, let me know if your team is all good, or if you are, if you still play, if you're down to play, or if you're done. Because I'm down to go one more time. We could still do a Blade's Edge. Ooh, Johnny, let's go. Let's go. Are you Alex? Hell yeah. We still need one more for team Johnny though. But yeah. Wait, did I show these? Did I show them? I don't know if I showed this or not, but that's what I was excited for. I'm rank 2 now. Dang it. I guess it was gonna happen, right? If I got a really good soul binder log, I probably would get rank 1 again, but it's pre-patch, so like it doesn't matter. Dang it. Looking rules forever. True. True. I even said to myself, like, there's a good chance somebody's going to be able to overlap me. It's not difficult. Like, getting 100 parts on Dimensias and Forge Weaver Raz, and then 100% Soulbinder, and, like, you're going to secure a rank 1 spot for a while. It was kind of fluke that I got a rank 1 for as long as I had it, but now I'm at rank 2. Damn. But, yeah, the only way I really can improve parses is Forge Weaver, Dimensias. But a Soul Binder, I don't think I can do much about, unfortunately. Who invited me? The Smershka invited me. Ooh. Oh, you guys need one more? Okay, pass me lead, and I'll see if we can get you guys a +1. Because Johnny is ready, but we'll need a +1 for this team as well. We'll do this. We'll pose this team up in LOG for a bit, and if we don't get a +1, we'll call it. How did that sound? Oh, Nemi. I'm telling them sorry for late response, but we finally got a spot. I did mean to message him whenever we get a free spot, but Johnny filled up his group super quick. I really just had a high Warlord Rogue pre-med prep reset to kill me when I'm on the greens. I mean, he could just not do that and potentially die, or he does do that and then he guarantees a win. Right? Think of it this way. Oh, Radimus, hell yeah. Think of it this way. He treated you like a real competitor. He didn't treat you like some bottom tier trash. But now the prep is going to be gone for 10 minutes, so if you see him again, he doesn't have it. What's he going to do then, huh? What's he going to do then? Just know this, there's a good chance you might not see that man for 10 minutes. He's out of your hair for 10 minutes at least. Could literally sit in stealth because I'm in a cheap shot window. Yeah, probably, but I don't know. Maybe he's just like, you know what? That is how he gets his kicks in pre-patch. Just like absolutely just flexing on people. Saw him again, instant fear, killed him. There it is, yeah, there it is. Told you. Now for 10 minutes, he's not going to be a threat. For the next 10 minutes, he's not going to be a threat. What the hell happened? Did Saya just adaptation? What did Saya adapt? Did he actually do the sneeze that adaptation procced? You know when it's easier, just like you close your eyes and the adaptation trigger probably like pop. It's like, hey, let me cure your blindness. It's like, buzzer, please. Adaptation, huh? Adaptation, huh? Did I save that last duel? I hope I did. Double check. Now I did. Good switch. Got ourselves team 1 together with Saya over with the adaptation trick, which is an odd choice. Illidanes is back in. We got ourselves Leo. We got ourselves Mage King, and we got ourselves Beneficus. Ooh, and it's gonna be Illidanes on the, I was gonna say Unholy Demon Hunter. Oh, stun. Wow! The DC on Lord's Pala. Oh, that is unfortunate. Oh, he's so dead. Blizzard fixed the DC problem, dude. If somebody's moving or midair and you get stunned, they just die. They just get DC'd. Illidanes is kind of giving him like a second to come back, but he can't, unfortunately. That was unfortunate too. That was so unfortunate because Illidanes got hit with a huge, awesome Hodge by that Paladin too on that haunt. That is crazy. Unfortunately, he was like mid-air as he leapt as he got hit with a stun, and that's just gonna DC you. It's pretty bad for Demon Hunters too. Also, Illidanes, make sure you don't fall through the floor, because that apparently can happen. Just try to see if you can stay up in the air as best as possible. Flying up in the air as he goes to disarm, and it's going to be the warrior bailing out behind the pillar. Protect is going to... Wait, still getting lanced? He's still getting eaten fell lances. Like, there's a line of sight where behind those, like, pillars not work. Illidanes is going to go for a quick fell rush out, but the storm bolt by the warrior is going to stop him in place. Trying to see if he can go for some damage. Big Blade Dances got himself lots of healing. Warrior got a lot of... He needs himself a lot of bloodthirst in order to maintain his survivability versus the DH. The DH is trying to use whatever mobility he's got just to keep the shields afloat here as best as he can. He got plenty of that movement. I'm just going to try to see if he can float from the ground up with an eye beam out for him as Protect is trying to see if he can lock him down in the field for a second. With a storm bolt right after. Avatar and everything is available. Is it going to be enough? Reflect is up too. Try to see if he can get a charge. Sigil of Fear is going to go for a leap. Does not connect. Illidane's got himself plenty of mobility. Just try to stay away from the Avatar as best as possible. Into a quick imprison. With a stun right after. Got himself another big go. Now he's going to go in. It looks like he's going to really heavily leverage that Metamorphosis leech. And Metamorphosis damage. Trying to go for a hunt. It is going to... Oh. Not connect. Maybe he's expecting like a storm bolt out of the warrior. Maybe that's what he's trying to go for. Does get himself a quick charge with a leap right after. Spear down, leaping on that spear. The warrior has nowhere to go, but neither does the demon hunter really. And he's just gonna go for a full meta. Warriors try to see if he can tussle. Those demon surges though, that AoE damage is a lot, unfortunately. Is gonna go for the hunt, just tackles him down, taking him out. That is so rough with Guerreros. Gonna try to see if he can get himself a better position from down below. Demon Hunter does go for those charges, just go for those rushes to maintain his shields as best as he can. Just rushing back and forth to try to maintain himself as best as possible. And then I think he more or less knows where Guerreros is at. I think he more or less had a pretty good idea. It is going to be the opener by Guerreros. Got himself Bestial Wrath, everything available. Is there no... Wait, are you a Dark Ranger? No, you're not a Dark Ranger. But he doesn't have the Stampede. Oh, there goes the Stampede. Never mind, there goes the Stampede. It is going to be a quick stun onto Guerreros. Demon Hunter may have to go for a full Metamorphosis just to survive this damage, though. He's going to take a lot of big hits. Any kind of fell rush charges he could do, that's going to give him plenty of healing. And then it goes a full Metamorphosis. He needs to use that leech in order to recover. Dude, cleaving those pets. Look at him. Just eye-beaming those pets is actually massive. If he can actually get those cleaves onto the pets and the hunter at the same time, that's actually going to give him so much survivability. Got himself even more charges, even more shielding. He's going to have to turn around and start hitting the pets, but I think he's just done. Yeah, unfortunately, he is just done. That leads to survivability. Apparently, those pets do enough damage, and maybe that Mortal Strike from those pets is what's actually making it even harder for him to get any kind of pressure, any kind of value. With Saya going to be up next, going in for full Wake of Ashes, full burst into Guerreros, unless he's got some kind of a heal, which it doesn't look like he does. Maybe he can go some counter pressure with the Bestial Wrath and just do whatever damage to Saya, but I don't really know what else he could really do. Try to see if he can reposition, got himself a wall, but it's just not going to be enough, man. Saya able to take him down. With the special kid gonna be up next. Only 2 left over for the team 2, so they're gonna have to try to see if they can fight it. This man is screaming yes, yes again and again. Yes, yes. Over and over and over. Now he says you bore me. Okay, he heard me talking shit, dude. He heard me talking. Oh my god. The Smershka does go for a reset there off of Saya. Saya is still a bubble. He does have adaptation, which is going to help him. But the eyes apparently does see Saya. Does see the Smershka, I mean. I didn't realize he picked up Isaac. That is going to be Blessing of Saint. Getting a shot, unfortunately, is going to be very, very CC VR'd. very reduced. And I think the Smirka is just almost dead. He may need to burn a cloak here. He may need to burn a second Vanish too, but he definitely wants to see if he can get himself a reset. Sipping Cup is going to help him even a little bit. It's just a little bit of a heal. It's better than nothing. The smallest of heals. A 24% dampening, which is quite reduced actually. Quite reduced, but Smirka does get himself at least a reset with a bit of that first aid on top of it. Maybe if he can get himself like a good angle, he might be able to get a sap to Saya. He does have to contend with the adaptation. Unfortunately, trying to go for a sap, Saya hits him with a Hodge immediately. So Smirka now needs to use probably a defensive to try to reverse him. He can shot to Saya, does go for a trinket into a cheap shot right after. Smirka may decide to cloak a shadows. This, especially with the shield of Vengeance in his face, is going to go for that cloak. Does not have a Vanish anymore. Just someone to Saya. Trying to figure out if he wants to go for a reset. Maybe a juke. Does not get a juke onto Saya, unfortunately. And for Saya, he's in a good spot, man. It's just there's not much Smirka can do here. Cheap shot does at least get himself some kind of CC, but with a Hodge, it's just over. It's just over. He did pull off a secret technique though. Secret technique would have went through Shield of Vengeance, and normally does, but yeah, I don't think it would have been enough damage though. Don't think it would have been enough damage. Is he talking to you, Saya? Because I mean, Radimus is out here. He's giving you pretty much an auto duel. I like the little cheers they did to each other. Quick little bow, quick little cheer. Yeah, he does get an opportunity pretty much to get a reset. But Radimus wants to get those duels going, man. He's like, yo, dampening is getting kind of high, bud. Dampening getting kind of high. I got to get through your lane hands and through your bubble still. It's going to be immediate adaptation out of the Hodge for Radimus, though. So Saya actually has himself a nice little counter for the Hodge. Every single time he's got a button that's automatically going to proc for him. So it's actually helpful in this type of matchup specifically. Big hammers. Radimus playing the hammer build. Got himself Spell Warden. So Saya cannot really do much here unless he can go for maybe Lay on Hands just to give himself a little bit of a breather. Unless you're looking at a bubble, Lay on Hands does go through it. This is where Radimus needs to be very, very careful with his own self-survivability here. Got himself Blessing of Saint in order to make sure that stun does not do much. Try to go for a quick interrupt. Does not connect with that rebuke. So it gives Radimus an opportunity to get that blind onto Saya. And Radimus needs to give himself a bit of time until Lay on Hands is available. If he can give himself a bit of a breather before a Hodge comes out, bubble has to come through. Unfortunately, no Lay on Hands for him. Will not be able to see a Lay on Hands for a very, very long while. And Saya now has the advantage over bubble. So you can always now go for that immunity, take it and reverse it onto Radimus. Radimus really needs to get himself like a big crit proc. Really big hammer proc here. Unfortunately, I think it's just lights. I think it's just over. Yeah, unfortunately, Saya doesn't have taken it. Well done for Saya. Did a lot of damage though. Danes also was doing a lot of damage too. Well done, well done. Paladins are still quite formidable by the looks of all things, especially if they play the right. Especially, do you need more bodies? Yeah, we need one more. Are we trying to go one more, boys? Are we trying to go uno mas? I'll open it up, man. I'll open it up so we can maybe go again. These are really, really fun. One more, ready? Let me, what's up? Yes, I do now. If you want in. Yes, Naomi, I do have a spot this very second. Don't know if it'll stay. If it is, then AUG and DDH would be legit and beatable in arena. I could see that. That was really good, Saya. That was really, really good. Maybe adaptation is the play. About some time walking and uncovering. Okay. Okay, I'll let Nemi know. Nemi is doing 2 more bosses and time walking, and I'll let him know that if somebody sends up before you're done, I'll just take that person. But if you kill the bosses and you say no, nobody takes the spot, it's all yours. So I'm letting him know, just to make sure that the team of Smirka does not have to like be sitting around waiting for too long. But we do have a guy coming. It's just gonna take him a second. Okay. Alright, so it looks like we're waiting for Nemi. I'm sure like time walking bosses won't take that long, right? I don't know if they're doing like if he's doing a raid. I still gotta get him more characters through the time walking raid. Ulduar. Ulduar's been really good for gear, man. I got really lucky with items. Like whether it's hero track items, maybe not a warlock. Warlock kind of got some crap items, but like every other character's got good items. I did also run the Warlock through Heroic too. I don't know why I got taken. I think I just got taken for the Warlock summons. But I got to do a full run on the Warlock. I think down to Dimensius Heroic too, which a lot of groups usually struggle with that. I should know all my characters since they're all fresh boosted. Yeah, I think it's definitely worth it. It's time walking Ulduar is really, really easy. It seems like the scaling, even the first boss is not that difficult. That one used to give people some trouble. Like, I remember groups would fall apart if they couldn't kill the first boss without like taking all the side buildings. Like, nobody really needs to, like, people just gotta do the fight normally. It seems to die pretty quickly. Everything else dies really fast too. Even Yaxaran, without like the 0 lights, doesn't give people any trouble like it used to. I mean, the big dudes, they do blow up, but I think the healers just do so much burst healing. As long as nobody is like, as long as you don't like spawn 8 of them, you're fine. But yeah, it surprisingly is decent. Surprisingly, it's very, very decent. I ended up doing a bunch of those. So I was like on 2 accounts. I was on one account, basically just AFKing while doing the bosses. And on the other, I was just running around in like my low level character. Because you can pretty much one-shot a lot of them, well, not really one-shot, but like live and solo a lot of the mobs in the Twilight Highlands area just for farm currency. So I was doing a little bit of that for a good bit. And I was just kind of cycling my characters, mostly just killing Yaxaran, like the last 2 bosses. But yeah, I definitely need to get my mage done with all the runs because it needs a couple of bosses there. Probably not my warrior, I don't think. Maybe my monk. Could probably use some of those bosses too. Probably not Evoker. Maybe like last boss skip for a hero track. Maybe it would be okay. Disrespect. I like the guy's name Disrespect, by the way. All Cyrillic. I like that. Yeah, get Disrespect in here, man. I like it. Let's honor from. I'm going to pass with a group 1 win. HBG would give me 3 marks of each kind. You can hand them in like 500 per one. So if you can 100 honor that fast. Nice. That's not bad. Oh yeah. Alright, let's Bershka. You are lead. Johnny, are we good? Yeah. Johnny did say 1 more. Let's do another Nagrand, I guess, right? We go back to where it began. The Grand Nagrand. And this was actually going to be the last one for the night chat because I do got to get some work done and I want to get some to eat. I woken up, I ate some breakfast, I need to eat some lunch. I know it's pretty much dinner time, but either way, I still need my protein. You know, if you know, you know. You know, you know. Yo, I'm trolling Nemi, dude. Nemi is like, yo, I'm ready now. I'm like, dude, we failed as you said something. Which, like, we were literally in the arena. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I promise I'm not trolling, dude. I swear I'm trolling this guy. I'm not doing this on purpose. Did I do the switch thing? Hold on. Switch. There we go. Sire over for the team 1. We got ourselves Illidanes. We got ourselves Leo. We got ourselves the Mage Kings. Ooh, back in action. I don't think I've seen Mage Kings play so far. Neither have I seen Beneficus. I really want to see both of them play though. Lowest Paolo off the bat, G-Pie. This man is cooking up a pie for this man. Is it going to be another Phoenix gamer? It is another Phoenix gamer. If the Paladin does not run away from the Phoenix, that thing I think is eventually going to just tear you up. That thing is doing a ton of damage. Wait, is it? Actually, I think the Phoenix stopped attacking at some point. I think it was literally just like flapping its wings like Flappy Bird, but it didn't do much. Yo, Mage Kings with them Pyros though. Hold on a second. He's got himself a bit of decent M. is going to be the Pally trying to go for a bit of recovery. Mage King is just going to sit down for some mana buns. He's in a position where if I do see Paladin kind of try to come across, I am just going to be able to hit him from a distance. Look at them, just the meteors and the pyroblast, man. It's actually doing so well for him. Just some freebie damage even behind the pillar. He's in a good spot. I think he's trying to see if he can maybe potentially pressure Low's Pala. Invis for a second. Wake of Ashes, but a breath is going to connect Poly to follow. And Trinket right after. He's trying to make sure he does not get a chance to do much. Ultra is available. Is the human racial. He knows he's going to go for an Ultra, but he's kind of just stuck out in the middle. Meteor is going to be coming down. Meteor is a Phoenix Flame? I'm actually surprised. And there goes the Phoenix. Is it actually doing stuff? Okay, it's actually doing stuff. It's just not churning. It is shooting. It is shooting. It's just not churning like it used to. But it is pyroing, it is blasting, and that block, though, that ice wall is going to give him nice little bit of zonal action. You do love that with mages, man. It's how they create this a little bit extra wall, a little bit extra distance between them and the target. And it actually creates himself a bit of a cubby hole there too with that as well. Into a breath onto Low's Pala. For Mage Kings, I'm wondering if he has enough pressure here, because sometimes he just gets random procs of damage. And that just seems to work out super well for him. And other times it feels like the damage, like the meteor, the meteorites that fell through, they didn't really do as much as I thought it would. Is going to try to see if he can back up out of there. Does have Ultra. He just needs to wait out for the immunity right now. He's going to have to play the long game here, I think. Try to go for a Poly maybe a little bit early. Unfortunately, it is going to be a block for him as a Paladin. Finally starting to ramp up a bit of damage on him. What do you think about mid PvP? I mean, you mean talk about like in beta or talk about pre-patch? Because in pre-patch it is kind of fun. At least for the time being, it's kind of fun. Definitely love the Devourer one-shots. Those are really, really fun as a Devourer. Not versing a Devourer, but definitely as Devourer. They're a blast. Does G-Pie even do anything? I think mages go down here, actually. Breath, he's still got a Phoenix in play, though, but unfortunately, he doesn't have a block. He's just in a spot unless he can maybe heal. He'll pick up a little bit of healing, but his health is in a bit of jeopardy right now. Unless he can maybe rotate shields in order to keep himself alive, nice and healthy. I don't know if he's playing for the short shields. No, he's not. It's actual full shields. So he's playing for the full shields, not the big shields, but the ones that actually do last a full duration. And it's gonna go for an ice wall. Unfortunately, he's gonna have to break his own wall, though. He's gonna have to break through his own wall. Oh no, does go for a juke. Quick Poly, Trinket out for Low's Pala, looking to end this duel, and unfortunately, Mage Kings, there's only so much he can do, man. Unfortunately, there's only so much he can get done right then and there. Is going to be Beneficus up next as a Demonology Warlock. Question is, what type of a demo are you? What flavor of a demo are you? Are you the Soul Harvester, which is pretty strong apparently, based on how Advo played it last week? Or are you Diabolus? Because I think he might be the big Diablo, the big Diabolo. Because I would have seen, I think, a soul. Yeah, there goes the Overlord. He's Diabolus. I think I would have seen like a soul anathema doing some damage to Low's Pala, but not at the moment. Is gonna continuously summon even more pets. Just gotta keep himself afloat here. Bubble out. Beneficus just needs to get himself some mobility. Stun, unfortunately, is gonna lock him down. For Low's Pala, that's an opportunity to finally make some damage happen. Dark Pact, however, is gonna keep Beneficus nice and healthy. Unless Low's Pala can find a way to just like get around Beneficus, he might be in a bit of trouble. Fear into a second fear does help all the pets. Could go for Mortical, actually. Could go for an Exos. He's got plenty of CC. That Chaos Mode is going to add a nice bit of additional damage. But he goes in for blind onto all the pets. Beneficus just needs to wait this out a little bit. Got himself a port. Maybe Axtos? He goes for an Axtos. Hard reflected back at Low's Pala. That is diabolical. That is so good. Does go for the Axos to follow up with a big old gateway. Low's Pala, though, it looks like he is the one getting like shut down, getting locked down, getting all the pets surrounding him. But he's actually kind of sort of putting pressure onto Beneficus. Even though it feels like he's the one just eating all the CC in the world, does have an Overlord charge and then big old cleave. I think the cleave happened. I'm hoping the cleave happened. I'm hoping to hit the right target. The Tyrant is also doing his best to pump up the damage of all these other pets that are in play. So you really want to make sure you maximize that Tyrant ramp up together with all the pets at the same time. Quick fear onto Low's Pala. Tyrant decided he's going to pick a new target, though he's just not interested in Low's Pala. He decided who's he attacking. Goeris? He's attacking the Smeshka. That's who he's attacking. He decided to Smeshka. He doesn't like rogues, man. He doesn't like rogues. Reflect up. They enhance for Low's Pala. Fear comes out, but unfortunately Beneficus, also even his pets are attacking the Smeshka for some reason. They just got it out for him. For some reason. Why? Actually, why though? Beneficus, I don't really know what much he can do. Mortal Coil does let him at least set up some CC onto load spell, but I feel like he's just trying to buy himself time, the time that he just does not have, unfortunately. Is he just dead to like a dot? One more hammer. Yeah, unfortunately he is just dead. Who's up next? Gotta be the DK. He's gotta be the Death Knight. Looks like Lowe's Pal is just able to stand toe to toe with a lot of these boys, and actually he has himself quite an advantage. Frosty play this time around for Leo. Can he make that play work though? Breath up immediately, got himself the big cleave with the scythe. Big damage on Lowe's Pal, silence to follow. No bubble does end up wiping him out really quickly. Were you playing the Pillar of Frost Explosium? Is that what you were playing? Or you're playing, or we're just getting slowed by the Paladino? I'm not even sure. Oh, a gateway? Okay, interesting choice. The fact that Hodge kite him around the map, dies to 3-button warrior. It is really rough. It did look like you really did have a nice lockdown on him with the fuse, the Hodge reflect, yeah. But I guess, I don't know, maybe you have to play not Diablos, maybe you have to play the Soul Anathema build now. Because I know Admiral played that last week and that worked out really well for him. Maybe it's like a tuning thing. I'm not 100% though. It looked like maybe Anathema did give you that nice sustain. But yeah, I'm not really sure. Leo, do you have enough to potentially make some work here? Does get himself a grip. Yeah, he does have the slow down Pillar of Frost, unfortunately. Unless he can catch up and stay on top of Guerreros, he just won't really be able to do much. Turtle Shell comes out. He does have himself that pulsing frost image, which we can't see, but it is happening all around him. Though, unfortunately, I don't really know what much you can do in that situation. The BM Hunter is going to be putting too much pressure on him. With a couple of those bats, does take him out. Illidane's up next. Does charge in. 4 still left over for the team 1. Does Illidane's have it in him to possibly turn this around? He might. He very might. Might be able to do something. It's going to be Guerrero's immediate stun. He is midair, but he does not, unfortunately, does not get DC'd. Bad for Guerrero's, good for Illidane's. Good that he didn't get DC'd in general, in my opinion. I hate that it's randomly DCing people when they're like midair. Oh, the haunt into a binding shot, unfortunately, is a really rough one, though. That is a really rough one. Great for the Hunter. Just to close line Illidane's as he's charging in. Do you have the mobility? Because he needs to use everything he can just to catch up. Stun to Guerreros is going to be able to let the Demon Surges do some work. With the full Metamorphosis, that's going to be a huge opportunity for you to ramp up a lot of the Demon Surge damage. Is going to be massive. Does he have enough though? He needs a lot of leech in order to keep himself alive here. Whatever he got in shields, oh, that's a nice little Chaos Strike at the end, but he's going to have to be going up versus Radimus up next. Is going to have to use everything to survive here. Sigil of Misery is going to help out a little bit. I don't know if you got anything else to keep yourself alive. Maybe just fly up in the air. Maybe just land some down. You need something, anything to keep yourself alive here. Darkness is available. Is going to go flying up. It looks like Radimus is trying to see if he can maybe end this duel here. He could go around the corner and get a Templars. Maybe a quick Hodge. Illidane's. I don't know what else he could really do. Blurs up. Get himself those shields, which are very helpful. That is helping him a ton. That Hodge, unfortunately, maybe takes you out. Blurs up. Stun. Blade Dance. Barely alive, dude. Barely alive. He's trying to do whatever he can. Trying to do his best. Are you dotted? Oh, unfortunately, he is dotted. Unfortunately, he was dotted. And Saya is the last one left. Beautiful looking butterfly. Johnny Mount. It is so good, though. It's such a good mount, man. Such a good mount. You know, I'm glad they went back to... Wait! I was gonna say, I am glad they went back to older expansions and they added the big completionist mount. But then I was about to be like, wait, we had one for Legion. They actually were gonna add a mount for Legion and an achievement completionist for Legion, and then they never added it in the game. It was on PTR at some point, and there was a mount planned. We had a name, but we didn't know what it was gonna look like. It was gonna be some Avatar of Destruction looking thing. But then they never added one in. They really need to add one for Legion. I'm surprised they didn't. Maybe they're saving it for like, yeah, we'll add one in midnight. Maybe they were like, had an idea what they wanted to do for a mount, and we're like, you know what? Maybe they had an idea what the mount was going to look like, but then they ended up using it as a reward for something else. Who knows, honestly. But I won that achievement. I played way too much Legion, man. Back in the original, back in Legion Mix, man. Back during remix. I don't want a proper reward. Sai is taking huge hits out from Radimus though. Them hammers are actually starting to really make a dent in Saya. How much to go for lay on hands? The Radimus is left with not a lot of immunities right now, so he's in a really tough spot. Having to go, at least attempt to go for Serial Glare versus Saya, but Saya with the Dawn Light, all that damage, has plenty of output to take him down. Next up is gonna be, what is your name? Disrespect. The Unholy Death Knight. Love to see it, man. Love to see it. Got himself the AMS, got himself the army of the undeads ready to go at any time, any moment, anywhere. Bob, as well as Spell Warden and Bubble, are still available. Society got himself 2 big immunity buttons. For Disrespect, he just needs to line up a big proper go. And that's going to be magic immunity out for Saya, but for Disrespect, is that a full army? He does not go for the full army, not yet at least. He's taking the sweet time. Maybe he's waiting until a big immune is out for Saya. Next, Saya may just need to bubble the next army. He may just have to. I don't know if Disrespect will be able to do much though. There goes the army. He's got a low on health. He doesn't really have much to work with. Just try to make sure. Are the pets even combat? I think he's keeping those pets on passive. That's unfortunate. Disrespect, I don't know if you realize that your pets are on passive. They're nice, look intimidating, but they're not really doing much, unfortunately. And I think he realized it. I think it's just over for him. I think it's just over for this man. It's just lights. Last one left is Brushka. He did end up using a Bob, so all you gotta do is get through Bubble. Unfortunately, Kidney Shot, it's gonna be full Bubble. There it is. You just gotta vanish. He does vanish. Dotted up though, but he does have vanish. He might need to pre-cloak this. He does have a trinket for the next stun go, but he's actually okay. I think it actually could be an special opportunity here to make a break. Not trinketing this. He's choosing not to trinket. I'm very, very surprised. But maybe he's just gonna wait until he gets full setup, dance setup maybe. We're just gonna have to have a go at some point. Blessing a Saint. He does go for a cheap shot on a Blessing a Saint. He's gonna have to go for a kidney shot or something. Unless he just wins this. I think it might be lights for Saya. I think it might be lights for Saya. I think you're just evasion and stay in, man. I think you're just evasion and stay in, boyo. Or you blind, oh, maybe this is the play. You're still close to dead, though. Saya did try to regenerate him, but apparently he's broke. Nope, wait, no, he's a full regenerating him. Oh, he does have adaptation. Cheap shot may not proc his adaptation. Big maybe. Very much a maybe. Not 100%. I think Nasmershka is just trying to see if he can maybe wait out until he can sap again. Yeah, he decided he's gonna wait out. The problem right now is he's gonna go for a Hodge on you. You do have a trinket. Sap, trinket, you may need to trinket as well. Choosing not to. The fact that he just chooses not to trinket, like either he's confident or he's just like really saving it for like a rainy day. Maybe he knows the side has a blind. So he wants to stop. Oh wait, never mind. Side just takes him out. Never mind. Maybe you should have trinketed that. Side does pick up 3 there. I was actually thinking the rogue was gonna take it. Apparently not. That's rough. Alrighty, chat. Alrighty, boys. I think we'll call it there. I gotta get something to eat, man. I really gotta get some food. I am so hungry. I have not eaten anything but breakfast. And it's 4:30 my time. So I gotta go eat, man. Thank you all. You guys are wonderful. Beautiful. Thank you all so much for joining, man. I appreciate you. What was the lock build you saw last week? All I remember is he ran Soul Harvester. I don't know exactly what talents he ran. I just know he ran Soul Harvester. Adwell was the guy. Adwell was the boy that played. He was on the Goblin. He was on a little Goblin Warlock. Pretty sure at least. But yeah. GG's the boys. GG's. You guys have a wonderful one. Thank you all so much for joining, man. I appreciate you. Super fun hanging out with every single one of you. I am gonna go get myself something to eat and get some video stuff done. It's pretty awesome duels, man. The duels we had tonight were actually really, really good. You guys have a wonderful evening, though. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch all of you boys tomorrow as we're going to try to see if we can get some duels over on the NA. If Boris is around and Taya is around, we could probably get some groups going. Should hopefully be a lot of fun. Yeah? Yeah. You guys have a great one. I'll catch you next time. Peace.